Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ariel Helwani Show!
Back in your life on this Wednesday, March 4th, 2026. Hello again, everyone. I sure hope you're doing well. Let me tell you something. I have breaking news right off the top. I didn't tell anyone this before. We haven't quite figured out that volume issue, Frankie. What is going on? Why was that so loud? Did someone mess with your board or something?
I thought it was perfectly good.
That was extremely loud. Now, you know what my breaking news was just? That's extremely low. My breaking news was going to be a very simple one. It was that I'm in a phenomenal mood. As a result of the volume of the breaking news drop, my mood has now decreased to negative territory.
Typical.
Gosh, I was buzzing, as they say. Despite Frank's shenanigans, there is so much to be happy about, so much to be excited about. We're back home, one full weekend. We've had a tremendous return to the studio, 2 jam-packed, star-studded shows, incredible stuff. From Armin to Giorgio to DDP to Rico to everyone in between. Yuri, golly. We're inching closer to the next numbered event. First UFC show on CBS. And let me tell you something. The uncrowned business is booming. Some massive things in the works right now. More on those, not today, but they are percolating. They are in the oven. We are cooking. We are baking things up. Oh my God, I'm so excited. The WBC starts tonight. Can't wait for that. March Madness is right around the corner. You got the conference championships kicking off. What else? Baseball season starting. NBA is in the stretch drive. Big win for the Knicks over the Raptors yesterday. Big game against Oklahoma City. Nottingham Forest against Man City later today. 2:30. Gonna shock the world and upset my son. Can't wait for that because he's talking a whole lot of trash as of late. I mean, we got MMA on Netflix coming up in May. We've got Rico Verhoeven fighting Alexander Usyk in Egypt, of all places. It's a great time to be alive. I'm in a phenomenal mood.
Did you say daylight savings time?
Daylight savings on Sunday morning? We're waking up. Maybe the greatest day of the year.
Easily. I will sacrifice my hour of sleep, no problem,
100%.
for an hour later sunset.
100%. This, by the way, from this point forward to essentially like late September, heaven. When you start to get those Instagram things like, oh, this is the earliest the sun is going to set until October 14th. You're like, thank you, dear God. I was actually talking about it last time with my wife. I was like, man, soon we're going to go to the beach. Soon we're going to go to the pool club. We're going to be like, we don't have our own pool. It would be nice one of these days. But, you know, we're just simple people. You know, there's the community pool. Listen, I'll take it. Barbecue. I don't barbecue. I go to other people's houses and they barbecue for me. But it's just like a good life. It's a good life. I'm in such a good mood. If only we could get the volume sorted. Still, it's not quite there. It's not quite there. It's just not quite there.
I'm going to pull up where you were like, can we get these as loud as possible?
New Uncrowned Wrestling show dropped yesterday. Jason Solomon, the Solomon Monster is just absolutely... he's kicking all our asses because this stuff is so good. New Inside Boxing tomorrow, BITB tomorrow, of course, Crack on Friday. Watch Party on Saturday, post-show on Saturday, 3POC back in the house. And I'll tell you about something fun that we're doing on the Watch Party coming up later in the show, so stay tuned for that. As for this program, later in the program, King Green is on the show, coming off that big win over Daniel Zellhuber on Saturday. Been a minute since we spoke to the one and only, the often imitated, never duplicated, the inimitable King Green. Someone told me yesterday, why do you introduce everyone as the pride of so-and-so? I have been doing that a lot. I think I said DDP was the pride of South Africa. I said Rico was the pride of the Netherlands. Giorgio, I'm not really sure where he's from. Pyotr is definitely the pride of Russia. So like there's a lot of people hailing from countries that they are, they're proud of them. So that's why I say that. But I will switch it up, I promise. And prior to that, we're going to be joined by Aljamain Sterling. Aljamain Sterling cut an unbelievable promo on Saturday night after his RAF win over Benson. And by the way, how about the fact that it's a UFC pay-per-view fight week? we can argue about the buzz, lack thereof. I think it'll ramp up come tomorrow. That's usually what happens. A little bit today with the scrums that they do. RAF has been dominating the headlines. I mean, Monday we're talking Armin. Yesterday we're talking, to Giorgio. In the morning yesterday we find out that it's Armin versus Giorgio hype. March 11th, the submission grappling event. Then at night, I report that Giorgio's now out. They want the rematch to be in RAF, which is what I thought should have happened from the start. Good on hype for trying to attach themselves to the hype, but it doesn't make a lot of sense, especially when he doesn't know jiu-jitsu. Hearing that the rematch could be finalized ASAP, it just feels like we're talking a lot about them. Aljo, he was there on Saturday. Merab, we spoke to him on Monday about it as well. They're doing a good job. Again, I say time and again, they're doing a good job. Aljo cut an amazing promo. This was a different side of him. This was a fiery, confident side of him. While I'm talking about it, we could play it for you here just to set the table. Here's Aljo after his win over Benson Henderson on Saturday, RAF, and there's media there. I know MMA Fighting's Mike Heck was there, others as well, and he just cuts an all-time promo on the state of UFC matchmaking in the state of his career. Thought it was amazing. Part of the reason why I wanted him on the program. Take a look.
Give me my fucking shot. I deserve a shot at the title. OG versus OG. I'm smarter than all these dumb motherfuckers out there. Excuse my French, but Diego Lopez gets a fucking rematch and he goes out there and fights worse after actually doing decent in the first fight. It hurt him. And he can't figure out how to do a lateral step to cut off a fucking cage. Like, what are we even talking about? Like, yeah, I don't have knockout power. That's never been my game. I win with this. I'm smarter than a lot of these guys out there. So, like I said, I'm an OG of the game. Give me my fucking title shot. I'll put on a good show for the fans. I've been working on my striking, as people saw in this Brian Ortega fight. Give me my fucking shot. I've earned this. I've been around for a long time.
Freaking love that from Aljo. Love that from Aljo. And it was like a 2-minute and 40-second clip. It was all fire. Michael Chandler caught some straight. It was just great. All of it was great. It was great. So we'll talk to him about that. And then Lonnie, we're gonna figure this out. Mr. Kavanagh, who defeated Brandon Moreno on Saturday, amazing win for him. He's very much a player. Ilya Topuria bigging him up on the Rogan show. John Jones bigging him up. Very much excited to talk to him at 2:30. We'll talk to him about that big win. We're going to talk 326 on this program. We have a lot to get to. There's the 3-pack of guests. It's been an amazing week of shows. We continue that here. I'm so happy to be back and happy that it's Wednesday because, as you all know, we love Wednesdays around these parts. For the last few weeks, the boys were answering your questions. Now I'm back. And so let's hit it, daddy-os. Let's go. Time now for everyone's favorite segment of the week. It is...
It's time for On the Nose.
Yeah. I'm not sure if PT's here. He FaceTimed me at like 7:05 a.m. this morning. Video FaceTime, not FaceTime audio, which I thought was, oh, there he is. Okay. You just wanted to get it a little extra in there, huh? You just needed a little bit of FaceTime there in the 7 o'clock hour. As I told him, we're not on the same time zone anymore, so it feels like 7 a.m. is a little early for a face. I mean, I was ready to go. Did I not look? I looked great at 7 a.m., right? But it was just, it seemed, and then of course it was a butt dial, I think it was. Or maybe he just called it a butt dial, I don't know.
I thought I was getting forward, so I was very happy as well. I can attest to the fact that you were in a fantastic humor at 7 o'clock in the morning. I think I just woke you up.
Telling you.
No idea that I rang you though. I thought there was some breaking news.
So then you pick up your phone, see the FaceTime video from me, and think the worst.
I was like, oh no, it's finally happened.
This is it, yeah.
Yeah. They realized.
It was great. You were walking down the streets of Dublin, and all of a sudden, guys, he starts breaking into like, well, it's funny that you catch me here because on this street, I think it was Davy Crockett who once, no, I don't know. I don't know of any Irish like legends. Who's like an Irish, like an old school.
Definitely not Davy Crockett.
No. Who would it be?
You're looking at one, mate.
Yeah, nail yourself. All right, let's
very good mood though. You were very happy.
I'm in a good mood.
You know what I mean? Great.
What's there to be in a bad mood about? That is. Can the chat tell me? Does that not sound super loud to you guys?
No, that sounded pretty normal.
That is
sounded good.
Fucking annoying. Golly. And I'm trying not to swear, but it's making me swear.
Maybe even a little low, if I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
right.
That's what I was
We
thinking.
boost that up, Frank?
Here's Moritz School up first. And we're going extended here because we got a lot to get to. So I hope your questions are good. Don't ruin my mood. Hello, Ariel. Greetings from the Netherlands. With Rico Verhoeven now preparing for a massive boxing showdown against the great Alexander Usyk, do you think all the media attention around that fight will benefit Glory and kickboxing as a whole by bringing more eyeballs to the sport? What do you think of this, Rick? You've been on the...
Nope.
No. You don't think
Not
so?
unless he wins, and even then, probably not. We've seen Alex Pereira become one of the biggest stars in the UFC, maybe in UFC history, and it did not enhance anybody's interest in watching Glory kickboxing. Israel Adesanya was a long-reigning champion. It did not enhance anybody's interest in watching kickboxing. It just doesn't do it. It doesn't translate. It doesn't matter how successful they are outside. It will only live outside. And so, unfortunately,
You don't think people are going to check out kickboxing, check out Glory, you don't
Did
think-
Alex Pereira boost Glory's ratings?
No.
Did Alex Pereira's UFC success boost Glory's ratings?
What did you think when I asked Rico, hey, how did it end with Glory?
Thought he answered very diplomatically, right?
You think
We had disagreements. They had one side of events. I had one side. Look, he had been there for a very long time and was a very successful, fruitful champion for them. But if they had ambitions growing beyond like, hey, we're going to put on shows in the Netherlands, I don't think he was able to carry them to those heights. And if they're paying him this much money, I do assume that part of it was they wanted to get beyond that and have him carry them there. And he just wasn't able to do that for them. And then on the other side of the coin, they didn't have enough fights for him, right? Like there was a certain point where we were running out of options, running back fights, and it would make sense that he would have ambitions beyond just continuing to run through the same opponents in Glory. And he did everything that he could possibly do there. So to me, it made sense for them to split. Like, I don't think there needs to be any hard feelings about it. He seemed, perfectly content with it. And also, he's moving on from Glory into a fight against one of the best boxers of our generation, one of the best boxers of all time. He wins, right? Like he wins in that exchange, and Glory now has an opportunity to build something without him. I think everybody wins in this scenario, right? He had taken them as far as he could take them, and they had offered him everything they could offer to him. So
no trickle-down effect. What about the chutzpah, by the way, of calling it Glory in Giza?
I didn't even think of it. I can't even say that I thought of that.
Oh, it's the first thing I thought of. It's a nice little play on words there.
Yeah, it's cheeky.
But I wonder how they feel about it.
Nah. Again, it feels so separate.
They could use the rub, right? Like,
yeah.
Like if they are associated in any way, shape, or form in this, which they won't be from an official standpoint, but just the fact that people are talking about kickboxing, I think is a win. So
what you see is sometimes they'll put like the highlights of Alex Pereira on their social feeds, or they'll put, Rico Verhoeven highlights. They have the archives and they have the access to all this stuff. So it makes sense to kind of like, try to insert yourself into the story. But it doesn't translate, right? If Rico goes out there and gets a big win, all that's going to do is make people go, okay, I want to see Rico box more. The same way you just want to see Alex Pereira do more MMA fights. It doesn't have that immediate like transfer.
All right.
Unless he goes back. Now, if Rico gets a big win, he beats Alexander Usyk, he gets another big win, and then he's like, you know what? I'm going back to kickboxing. They got a fight that appeals to me. Now we're talking, but that's the only way.
This is from Californication. You guys remember that show? It was on Showtime.
Yes, David Duchovny. Shout out.
Yeah, it was a pretty good show.
Song, too.
Yeah, of course. Red Hot Chili Peppers, right?
Yep.
Maybe even an album?
I think it was an album.
Yeah.
The internet has
Famous
spoken.
for being loud.
What's that?
Californication is one of the Loudness Wars albums. I thought that was funny.
Loudness War?
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
People know.
The internet has spoken. The detectives have presented the facts the world needs to know. Why were you not wearing your wedding ring in Milan and Cortina? Was the vibe that immaculate, or have you just reached McGregor status where Jacqueline, spelled Jacquline, which is a wild, it's not even the French. My grandmother is Jacqueline, but it's Jacque. Anyway, but she doesn't spell her name that way. Anyway, allows this behavior from the GOAT, peace and love. Okay, wow. this is great detective work on your part. Breaking news for all of you. I think I've worn in all my years of us being married, 2008, 2026. So what is that? We're 18. Golly, 18 in October. I think I've worn, so what is 365 times 18? I don't know what the hell that is.
You thought you were going to just do that off the top of your head,
You
right
couldn't
there?
even count 2026 minus 2008.
I think I wore it one day. I wore it the day after. I do not wear. I've never worn it.
Yep.
I wore it the day after, and I just said, I said, I'm sorry. My wife's in the jewelry business, so she got me this ring, and I just said, I can't. I've never worn a necklace. I've never worn a watch. I wear this thing relatively recently because my daughter made it for me. I've never worn any type of jewelry, and I'm an OCD type person, and it was just annoying me. This was the next day. I said, I slept on with it. I kept touching it, playing it. It was giving me anxiety. And she was like, yeah, cool. I don't know if my dad, I think my dad wore, I don't know. But if you've been paying attention, if you're that good at detective work, you would have noticed in all my years, you will never be able to find one video where I look different than this.
I don't think it was detective work. I think they just
trying to stir the pot.
I don't know what they were thinking.
Yeah. Was that a thing?
Why did it make them recognize, like, in Italy?
I don't know.
He's not wearing it.
Anyway, I wasn't in Cortina either. I never was in Cortina. That was like 5 hours away from where I was.
The math on that, by the way, 6,570 days.
So I'm going to say 6,569 days are the amount of days I didn't wear it. Steve Buscemi. And by the way, I have nothing against it, obviously. I just don't love wearing jewelry. I do think if we're talking about it, why do you have to wear a wedding ring? Like, what is the point?
To signal to others, you've been claimed.
What does that mean? Like, it's such a medieval times type of thing. Like, why? In no other part of our life do we, like, I don't have to walk around with like 3 children on my chest or something like that. I'm a father, right?
You have it on your car?
Frank wears a wedding ring. Why do you wear it?
Okay, go ahead.
I'm a big fan of Lord of the Rings.
I think it's a very old school.
Reason.
I don't hate on it, but like when I sit back and think about it, first of all, I'm curious as to where did this come from? Is it like a church thing?
Where did any of it come
It doesn't
from?
have a great
white
beginning.
All of it.
Do you know the beginning, Frank? You say this like you're about to educate
rumblings of like ownership stuff. I don't want to get into it. It's not good.
Old and antiquated.
Yes, definitely a very old and antiquated thing.
Seems like I'm on the right side of history again here.
I don't know.
I can't believe you're into that shit, Frank. That's weird, man. I can't believe you're
it's
into
that
that wedding
serious.
rings.
Is it like slavery?
I think it's symbolic.
I mean, one could use that word and not be far off from.
Jeez.
So you're saying you own your wife, Frank, is what you're saying?
Just saying.
well,
one
doesn't
ring
she
to
own
rule
Wouldn't it be
them
the
all.
opposite? She owns him.
Yeah.
Unless she wears hers as well, then
That
they
makes
own
more
each other.
sense.
Which, then it gets into the whole power dynamic. And
Wedding rings originated over 3,000 years ago in ancient Egypt.
Is that true?
Great start.
That's what it says.
By the way, what a connection between Rico in Egypt,
for sure.
wedding rings coming from Egypt.
I think we planned this.
That was great. Well done to Buscemi. No, Buscemi's the next guy. Californication. That's it. I wish there was a better story, or maybe you wish there was a better story, but there isn't. Steve Buscemi. Ariel. Eddie cannot take this intentional attack from Dana and not fire back, right? He can't set that precedent, ? What do you see happening from this, and what is something he can do? Well, to be honest, I mean, Eddie's talked a lot about this. Like, what else are you seeing? Because I'm seeing him responding a lot and not lying down. Now, obviously, it's one thing to do an interview with a YouTube channel. It's another to actually do something. But I don't get the impression from Eddie right now that he is taking this or that he's like giving up. Or this is a war. And it's not the only time there's ever been a war in the world of combat sports. There's a lot more wars in boxing than there are in MMA. But there are certainly a ton of wars in the world of pro wrestling. There was once a time where Lex Luger was on WWF programming and then showed up on the same day, or was it the next day? Same day on the Nitro debut. No, it was the next day. He was on WWF programming, and then the next day showed up at the Mall of America in Minnesota on Nitro, and they didn't realize that his contract had expired. There was one time where Rick Rude was on Nitro and Raw on the same night because Raw was a pre-tape and Nitro was live, and he jumped ship. This is the fight game. There are going to be wars. There's going to be bidding wars. There's going to be poaching. There's going to be all this stuff. In fact, so Jai Opetaia, who's making his Zuffa boxing debut this Sunday at the Apex, was not taken for Matchroom because I think he had at least one, if not 2 fights outside of the Matchroom umbrella. before signing this deal with Zuffa. But I did see a clip right before we went live of Jai, I think on Talk Sport, and it seemed like he was punching back to Eddie. And I didn't watch it, though. I just quickly saw it and said, oh, maybe this will come up. So let's watch it together. Here's Jai Opetaia talking to Talk Sport over in the UK about his old promoter, Eddie Hearn.
Eddie Hearn, he's not my mate. Like, we don't go hanging out and go to the pub together. And, bro, it's fully professional. You know what I mean? Like, and it just shows, you know, I've signed this super boxing to better myself, better my family, chase my dreams. You know, how many times I make it clear how I wanted an undisputed, you know, I'm chasing the belts, nothing happened, you know, like, and then I signed with him and he's just nothing but bad, you know, like just talking badly, you know, trying to drag me through the mud. So it's crazy, you know, he even wanted me to fight one of his fighters. Like, what? Like, how does that make sense? You couldn't get me a title fight, but the second I leave, you wanted me to give your fighter a title fight.
Is your IBF World Cruiserweight title on the line on?
Oh, does it end right there? Weird. I was actually very excited about that because there is a report that's coming out that the IBF, this is from Salvador Rodriguez of ESPN, the IBF has requested that Jai Opetaia make a decision on the title he'll be fighting for this weekend. He can either defend the IBF, he's the IBF champ, cruiserweight champ, or fight for the promoter's belt, the Zuffa belt, but not both. So they're saying if you pick the Zuffa belt, which I can't imagine why he wouldn't and why they wouldn't want him to, they're going to strip him of the IBF.
It doesn't really feel like it's his choice.
Darshan, our boy of Everything Boxing fame and, of course, of Uncrowned fame, said that an IBF spokesperson told him that they are still deliberating the status of Opetaia's cruiserweight title and that he's going to be stripped of the championship if he fights this Sunday and at the title limit, and the bout is not sanctioned for the belt. And so, and then this update came from Salvador Rodriguez. And so it feels to me like he's going to be stripped, right?
Yeah.
But also,
Zuffa's not going to let him fight for the IBF belt when they're trying to push their own belt.
Those talking points from Jai towards Eddie are very interesting as well. It doesn't seem consistent with like his personality as of late. I don't know if that's being sort of like pumped into him. But anyway, all to say, it's a war, and so more of this is going to happen and be discussed. And I don't feel like Eddie's like lying down per se. Let me read the rest of this because I kind of went off on a tangent. As far as Ben is concerned, I feel like that will handle itself. I don't see Dana feeling the need to keep him. He was a pawn in this scenario, and taking him away from Eddie was his objective. After this fight, Dana will dump him, and Eddie should never take him back. Then where does that leave Ben? To fade into the shadows? Interesting to see how this will play out. You agree? And what are yours and the team's take? Get Lou DiBella on. Cheers. Might be a good time to get Lou on, actually. Yeah. That's a great shout, Steve. I don't think it's a one-fight deal with TKO/Zuffa/Sella. I think that Ben will beat Prograis, and it would be a disaster if he didn't. And then I think that he will fight on Zuffa boxing cards. I feel like that's the play. I don't think that they did all of this just to take him away for one fight. And even if they did, and Eddie said he didn't want to take him back, Eddie doesn't strike me as the kind of guy that would do that. He's the guy who openly says, like, I'll shine this guy's shoes if it's good for business. But you're telling me, like, Queensberry wouldn't take him? You're telling me, if he's coming off a win, you're telling me Boxer wouldn't take him? You're telling me PBC or Top Rank or whomever wouldn't take him? Of course they would. He's still a really big name and only getting bigger, and people care about him, and that's half the battle. So I love it. That's why I say right now, of the three combat sports that we cover as closely as we do on Uncrowned, the boxing business is the most interesting right now. Triple double. Welcome back, Ariel. How does Dana not see what we see, or does he just not care? First, Dana vehemently describes Poatan to heavyweight as dumb in a post-fight presser. Did he say that? Did he call it dumb? And then the subsequent presser says it's a great idea. He can do whatever he wants. I don't know. Did he say all this? Second, he says the White House card is done, and then someone presses for more info later, and he says, I never said it was done. What the fuck is going on, bro? I don't know. Third, his announcement videos have become so egregious, he looks like he's being held hostage, reading from the notes like he is about to be executed and saying, yeah, I mean, this is all stuff that we've talked about already. Is what it is. I think that they'll make a bigger deal with the announcement of the White House card. But I'll tell you this about the White House card, just thinking about it. Like, I think the White House card is going to be 6-7 fights. I also don't think it's going to be 6 or 7 title fights, as has been said to us by the president himself and other people around the event. And the more I think about it, guys, the more I think it's actually going to be America versus America. I think there's a very good chance that the main event will be hopefully John Jones versus Alex Pereira. That's the best case, as we talked about throughout the week. But I wouldn't be surprised if the whole card is America versus America. I just don't think in this day and age that we're living in, and especially in the state of the world, could you imagine them taking the chance of a non-American victorious over a lifeless body on the White House lawn? Like, this is the one time where you can actually play around with the figures and the characters and the stories of war, so to speak. You can't have the symbolism of a non-American beating an American on the symbol of America, the White House.
Well, then can I ask why you risk it with Alex Pereira and John Jones? Because the last moment could potentially be exactly that.
100%. I think they need the main event, and that this is what I'm thinking. I could be 100% wrong. I think I'm right about the number of fights. But I just think that they want this to be a celebration of America. And by the way, I wouldn't even be surprised if the main event doesn't end up being what we think it's going to be.
Oh.
I really...
Oh, boy.
No, I'm just saying, I think it's going to be more... I don't think we're going to see Brazilian versus Brit.
I know, but Brazilian versus American might be the main.
That might be the only one.
I feel like America versus America is tough.
Yeah, there's just
Make
not a
it
lot.
harder to make captivating matchups, right? If that's your restriction.
Like, who could you do?
6 fights.
Sean O'Malley, Corey Sandhagen?
I don't know.
That's one.
That is one. I don't know if he'll.
Now you can't do Kayla versus Amanda if Kayla was even going to be ready. You'd have to do Kayla versus.
I don't think she is.
We're running out of Americans here.
I think we can find them.
Sean Strickland
here's
versus
some top-ranked Americans.
Bo versus Colby.
Okay, Bo versus Colby.
Bo versus Colby. Brandon
Strickland versus like Allen. Who's a top American?
I think Strickland's a little too controversial. I think
volatile.
Could you get Max Holloway on a turnaround if he wins this weekend?
Yeah,
maybe
you could.
Versus who though?
Justin Gaethje.
Justin? Max versus Justin again?
I'm just saying.
Brendan Allen.
First of all,
versus who?
Yeah, there's another one.
I don't know.
If Strickland's out, then
Bo's already taken.
Jared Cannonier. Boom.
Oh man,
I'm telling you, I just feel like
this card's gonna be ass if it's like that.
You don't.
I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be ass if it's
don't
America
want.
versus America.
You don't want controversial people. I actually think, like, one thing we haven't really talked about is, like, all these guys are going to have to get background checks. Like, this is the White House. You know what I mean? So you need squeaky clean people that aren't going to go on the mic.
You're in the wrong sport.
Come on now.
Let me tell you something. Bo Nickel, pretty squeaky clean.
Okay, Bo Nickel.
But do we really feel like to fight on the White House card, you have to be squeaky
100%,
clean?
100%.
Do you have to be in the White House?
The restrictions are stacking up here, Helwani, to the point where I don't think they can make a good card.
I know what you're implying, but yes, I understand there's a hypocrisy there, 100%. But like, if I wanted to go to the White House right now, right, as a guest, they would do a background check on me.
Right.
Yeah, but I think Dana can vouch for.
Sure.
Okay, John Jones, if John Jones headlines, he ain't squeaky clean.
Well, that's the reason why they didn't want him to headline. But I think they've realized they ain't got much else. I don't think
this feels like backing yourself into a corner that I don't know if you have to.
I mean, Justin Gaethje, like, there's videos of him shooting guns with Kadyrov.
Yeah, I don't know.
This sounds like it's going to be even worse than UFC 300 in terms of
if
this is going to be amazing.
No, if it's Jones Pereira, I think it's already better. All we want is Jones Pereira.
Yeah. Okay, but now all these rules, America versus America, squeaky clean, these are now out.
By the way,
John versus...
I just want to make this very clear. No one's telling me this. It's just kind of
This
me
is
like,
hypothesis.
yes, no one's saying to me like, I just want to make that clear.
I would not be surprised if they had an American in each fight. America versus America is tough.
You think they'll risk...
What's the risk? Is anyone going to be like, oh, America's weak because a UFC fighter lost?
It's just symbolic.
But my thing is,
I don't
you're talking about it as a risk?
Dude walks around with a Brazilian flag over the guy he just knocked out.
But the main event has the one with the risk.
Because you have no choice there.
I know, but like, what's the matter if the second fight of the night?
That I don't care about.
Jared, like, and what if American knocks out an American? I don't know. It's getting tricky here. This is getting tricky.
I don't know.
The one with the most risk is the main event. That's the one I'd be concerned about. If in the second fight an American loses, who gives a shit?
Again, as I said, you have no choice. There's literally no one. I believe if they could find two Americans, they would do it.
John versus Curtis Blades. Done.
Is there any way what?
Is there any way,
title.
like, Donald pulls a Turkey Al Sheikh, sees the card, and goes, "Nah, we're not doing it.
Fuck no.
Come back in 3 months."
They're too deep into it. They're too deep
It's
into
Jared
it.
Cannonier versus Brendan Allen.
It's gonna be a
and Coleman.
Sunday
be
afternoon
no
in
issues.
June. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be a celebration. It's gonna be a spectacle. It's gonna be huge viewership, and maybe a part of it's gonna air on CBS. They keep flip flopping on that. It is. It isn't. It is. It isn't.
What if they just expedited and gave Alex Pereira dual citizenship? And then he's an American.
By the way, where's he live? Where's he live, by the way?
Connecticut.
Yeah.
Danbury.
Listen,
One of our own.
Connecticut, baby.
Shout out to Danbury.
Ask Chuck.
DT.
He's Chuck's neighbor, basically.
DTJ.
Down the old
DJT, he's about to get it done.
Hey, you know what I just realized? My Bills jersey isn't here. What happened to that? Did you guys chuck it? Is it on the ground right over
Who's
there?
to check? There's got to be someone.
This is crazy. I've noticed something was missing, and I just touched it. I was like, "Where's my?"
30 minutes it took him to be in a bad humor.
Yeah. Oh, 30 minutes. It was 30 seconds. Fucking.
It's
Love you,
somewhere.
Frank.
We sent it to the cleaners.
Yeah.
Coming back.
Anyway, this is what I think. I still maintain June 15th is going to be a great day.
For
That's
who?
the day after.
Meaning we could all move on with our lives. Yes, we could all move on with our lives.
You can't wait. Come on, bro.
It's going to be great. We going, guys, or what? Are we going to the
I'm down.
Oculus? What is that thing called?
The ellipse.
The Ellipse.
I
You
think.
going?
Yeah, of
I heard
course.
80,000 people are going to be there. Do you guys really think 80,000 people are going to show up to watch?
Not if it's
UFC?
Brendan Allen versus
Jared Cannonier.
Cannonier.
Do you think there's going to be some kind of concert? Speaking of
Brandon
which,
Royval versus
what happened to
Tim
the
Elliott.
140,000 people at the freaking City Hall in San Francisco fight?
Well, yeah, what did happen?
You tell me. You talk to the guy.
Did it seem like
A lot of wolf tickets.
Yeah,
A lot of wolf
a lot of
tickets.
wolf
from these
tickets.
promoters.
Yep.
Protect your neck out there, you know?
BKFC News, as events seem to be happening every second of every day while you were gone, I don't know that we got a proper reaction breakdown from you and the team about the Eddie versus Perry brawl. Can you allocate a little time to share your thoughts on this and what Eddie said after on that interview? Can I be honest? I kind of missed this one. I'm going to be straight up with you guys. I saw there was a thing. Eddie didn't like the way Mike spoke to his family or something. Did anyone catch?
Oh, we broke it down in pretty.
Oh yeah, a lot of he
depth.
said, she said.
So what's the verdict here?
Mike Perry and Eddie Alvarez shouldn't probably be near each other when
Who was in
drinks
the
are
wrong?
imbibed.
Who was in the wrong?
Mike had a lot to drink, you
Yeah.
know, as one does at a BKFC event. And then I think some words were misconstrued between Eddie's son and Mike Perry, and Eddie's girlfriend was there.
No, wife.
Sorry, Eddie's son's girlfriend. I'm sorry. And Mike was talking to her, and then Eddie felt like he had to stand up for his family.
What do you think? What do you think about this? Like,
Well, at first, when Mike Perry told his side of the story, he was like, "Oh, dude, it was all good. Eddie was doing what a father should do in that situation, and I had a lot to drink, and it's not a big deal." But then when Eddie told his side of the story, Mike responded and was like, "Man, Eddie's a fucking bitch. I can't believe he said those things." Blah 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 blah. So I don't know. A lot of drama. A lot of drama. Not a great scene.
do you think someone did ask me at the time if they were building to a fight? I didn't really feel like it.
I'm not
Rematch?
interested in that one again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm good on it. I think it was just happenstance of them being next to each other, and
Do
I
we
believe
wanna
it
see
was
the fight?
Jamie Foxx who said blame it on the alcohol.
Oh.
And that is the correct answer.
Legit for a second there, I thought you were about to say like Jamie Foxx weighed in on this.
He might have. But
we actually
he's
had
a
the video
prophet.
here.
Oh, wow. What's Jamie got to say? Yeah, that's the best I got on all of this. So
Yeah,
go back. Which episode was that?
I don't know.
I can't
Find
even remember what event it was at.
it. Yeah, we don't know.
FC.
Who's to check?
Oh, it was after Knucklemania,
Yeah,
right?
Knucklemania.
Yeah. Lex, hi Ariel. You mentioned you think Nate Diaz should be in consideration to fight Conor. My opinion from listening to you all these years, you wouldn't mention Nate if there wasn't a possibility of that happening. So Ariel, from your information, has Nate had talks with the UFC and is his return a possibility? That's some good sleuthing from Lex.
Who's to check?
Let's go for that. How about this one? Let us into your
Wait, but
mind.
the answer was
Get the fuck out of here, all right? Let us into your mind on Monday's show where you completely forget. Oh, gosh, this is such a...
He's halfway through reading these,
yeah.
realizing what a mistake he's
I'm
made.
still not over it. Let us into your mind on Monday's show where you completely forget Yuri was the champ. How does something like this happen to the GOAT? Not to make you rehash it, but curious on how you ended up in this position with your knowledge and memory. Thanks. So
Not to make you rehash it, but rehash it for us.
the easy answer is, and I actually kept saying this while I was in Italy, I have to like clear shit out of my brain to make room for curling, big air, mogul, slopestyle. And I think I was still in the process of like getting rid of that stuff that I don't need anymore and bringing in the other stuff. I really think that that's what happened. That's how I view my brain. There's compartments. And so I had to clear out. There were times, guys, where they were like, hey, in 15 minutes, we're doing an interview with Sarah Jones about the curling controversy. I know less than nothing about curling. I don't even know what like a hog line is. So I would have to cram names, dates, years, last championships, all this stuff for 8 minutes and just hold it in there. And then it would be like old school when he would do the thing and then he would just like collapse afterwards. And then I would move on to the next thing and I would have to put that in the rearview mirror. And so I think what happened was this was my first interview back. There was a lot of other stuff in there and I had yet to clean everything out. And so I fucked up. That's the joke. The truth is I just fucked up. That's the truth. The truth is it was a total lapse of judgment. I actually spoke to my wife about it afterwards. It's like, I don't make those mistakes and it scared me. Am I getting old? Am I losing my touch? Am I washed? I don't know. I really don't know.
What did she say in response to that?
She said there was one time that she forgot someone passed away and she mentioned it to another. I'm like, well, that seems a little bit extreme. Also, like, how can you forget someone passed away? That's crazy.
Why would you say that?
But I will say I felt awful. I felt like there was like sweat coming out of my head and I wanted to crawl into a ball. And I will say, I apologized to Yuri, both on air, but off air. And one second. I'm tempted. He wrote me.
Don't reveal it.
He wrote me like the most beautiful and profound thing about like being a human and making mistakes. And I was just like, I love this man. I just love this man. Most people would just be like, of course, man, no problem. Actually, take it a step back. The fact that he didn't correct me on air says a lot about Yuri, right? Like the fact that he was that mensch-like to where he wasn't like, what are you talking about, man? I did win the belt. I am a former champion. I am taking what's mine back, that type of thing. Just a crazy, like, I felt awful. I still feel awful. And now I'm going to fixate on this because you asked me about it.
But Yuri absolved you with that beautiful message.
Yeah.
I actually think this is perfect. You finally come full circle and you have joined me.
I love Yuri.
Saying the exact same quote. I love this man.
I do love this man. You're right. You're right. But by the way, I think we've all loved him for a long time, right?
The best. The absolute best. Ever since UFC 275 when he defeated Glover Teixeira to, win the light heavyweight title of the world. Special fight. Special night.
Great fight.
How could you ever forget?
By the way, one of the great fights of all time, right? Like,
it actually is. Yeah. It's like one of my greatest memories. I was in Italy at the time watching it at like 7:30 a.m. And when he got out of that and reversed it in like the last minute of it,
insane.
I was going so crazy I woke up half the hotel.
I remember the pictures. It's like he started here and then 30 seconds later he was here. By the way, while we're putting the cards out on the table, why didn't anyone correct me? Or were you guys just not listening? Which is fine.
I was locked in. I think it was.
Yeah, we were doing something.
Is it? So I took that as a compliment because I feel like you guys like, okay, Helwani's got it. We're good. You know what I mean?
We don't corrected this 30 seconds later. 30 seconds, you corrected this.
We don't have a corrections department here because you're often on point, you know?
I was working, this is going to sound very self-serving, but it's to boost my ego back up. I was working with these people in Italy, and we were talking about different hosts that they have and stuff like that. And the videographer said to me, which I said to her, she's pretty young, 27, but amazing at her job. You saw some of the work that she did when she shot the stuff. She said, I don't actually listen to anything that you say once the interview starts because I've never felt more comfortable shooting an interviewer because it just seems like you know what you're talking about. Because I was telling them, like, I don't actually know what I'm talking about. And I was like, wow, that's one of the nicest things anyone has ever said to me as a host. I really appreciate that, even though I'm actually like battling imposter syndrome every day because I don't really know what I'm talking about. And so I'm assuming the same thing happened here where you guys are like, okay, Ariel and Yuri, he got it. We don't need to listen or fact check him.
That's right. It was the exact same. We know you don't know what you're talking about, and we just let you do it. It's exactly the same, actually.
Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Anyway, I fucked up. I will never make that mistake again. I don't know if I will, actually, but I will effort. I will effort to...
and we can hope that everybody is as gracious as Yuri, because Yuri was a mensch. He's the man.
She knows me Rick, have you seen the commercial for Undertone? If so, what are your thoughts?
We talked about this. I am extremely excited about it. I'm trying to get Frank roped into. I think we're all into this one. It's going to be good.
What is Undertone?
There's a radio or podcast host, and there's spooky messages being delivered throughout, and that's it's the concept. A very modern take on horror. It's going to be great.
It's a movie?
I'm very excited. Yeah.
Sounds great. Media mogul. Ariel, do you feel like it was a weird choice of words for Dana to say beating up babies? Great drop, by the way. Do we still have that one?
Beating up babies.
With everything going on with the upper elites and the files being released, probably poor timing and poor choice of words. Could have really said anything else, but Dana isn't that poster child for good taste. I don't know if one had anything to do with the other. I think what he was trying to say was like, this is so easy. I just think it's a weird analogy to make because you would never actually beat up a baby. So I think what he's trying to say is like, I'm beating, like it's just so one-sided and it feels like it's me against the baby, but
we're literally beating up babies.
He says the word literally.
Yeah, he also misuses that term all the time. Now there could be another meaning. It could be, initially I took it as like, it's so easy, right? It'd be like me playing my 2-year-old kid in one-on-one basketball.
It's a variation of taking candy from a baby. It is.
Yes, but I think actually what he ended up making it mean, which was like, because he called Eddie the P word. Like we're beating up people who are like actual babies. You know what I mean? Like they're wusses.
Yeah.
I think he like twisted it into that. Who the fuck?
I feel like if he was saying it like that, he would have just said it.
I also do feel like this reading is a stretch. The one that the commenter has suggested is quite a stretch.
We're literally beating up babies.
That's fucking illegal.
So good.
Yeah.
It is illegal. It is illegal.
Ariel Salami, welcome back, Ariel. Good job on the Olympics. Heard your conversation about Conor Benn yesterday. I also think he's in the wrong for not meeting Eddie. Can you watch attached clip and tell me how he could be so two-faced? I didn't watch the clip. I'm looking at it because I'm clicking on it here, and it's the one where he's like, I appreciate them and I love them. And look, ultimately things change, people change, life changes. Like people divorce, right? That happens. You say I love you forever, and then 10 years later things change. My only gripe is, why not just meet with the guy? Why not just take the meeting and say, hey man, I need to do this? That to me is the only thing. What's that, PT?
I just found it strange that Apatoya was kind of. It was as if he was asked, like, do you have the same relationship that Eddie Hearn had with Ben when he was answering the question? Like, I don't think Hearn has ever said, like, this guy was my best friend. He's kind of saying, we didn't go down the pub or anything, but I think Eddie's been explicit and, like, this was a relationship unique to him, Ben, Joshua, and Katie. Like, they are the people he's closest with, right? And
honestly, there's a lot of evidence to back that up. Over the last couple of years, Conor himself has said, I was in a dark place. He told us and many others he was suicidal. And he had said on many occasions how, Eddie had been there for him and Matchroom had been there for him. And there's also the dynamic that's been talked about a little bit in that Frank Smith, who's the CEO of Matchroom, Frank Smith is dating for many years now Chris Eubank Jr.'s sister, Senior's daughter. And so here he is promoting the guy who's fighting the brother. And I can't imagine how awkward that was. Can you imagine how awkward that was for him? And so now, like, he picked his side from a business standpoint, and now the dude, stabbed him in the back, and now he's like, maybe I should have picked the other side. You couldn't have scripted it. It was Shakespearean.
There was definitely an I told you so happening on the back end of that one.
Couldn't have. Yeah, I wonder what the sister said, right?
Oh, yeah.
You picked the wrong guy?
I would have loved to see the first convo about that one. We saw Chris Eubank Jr.'s tweets. I would have loved to see what she said.
Imagine how many times they talked about this and how awkward this was.
I'm sure.
Like, can't even imagine. Ryder Sklar, what's up, Ariel? And welcome back. Shout out to the BITB for carrying February. Should we make this into like an every February thing?
Nah, let's table that.
I was wondering if
Boys in the Back Month.
Yeah. Like Black History Month, that would be great. Make it your own. I was wondering if you had ever considered an uncrowned Ariel Helwani Show internship. I believe we have one. Do we not, Rick?
Sorry, we were laughing about something back here.
What the hell is going on?
There's just
I was about to say Boys in the Back History Month. My brain got wired weirdly and cut myself off. Yeah.
He's asking about Helwani Show / Uncrowned internships. And I said, I believe we have one.
we have a current intern. Shout out Josh.
Yeah,
He's an
Josh.
absolute legend.
Killing it.
This
Syracuse
summer,
boy.
Syracuse's own.
Hell yeah.
Well, actually, Philly's own, attending Syracuse University. He's
yeah.
in Newhouse.
He's one of us.
Shout out to Josh. He's a legend. He's crushing it. We will also have a summer intern in the studio.
Ooh.
And more to come on that. But yes, we have some interns. I'm always look. There's always opportunities that pop up. My email is in my X bio. Send me an email. I'll answer you.
There it is.
Where are we gonna put this summer intern at?
He'll find a spot.
Right
I
next
could
to
take one
Frankie.
over here if you want. Walk the dog, clean the gaff or whatever.
That would be great.
I'm a man.
You want to get one too? A crack intern?
Yeah. Irish intern. Please email Rick with your CV.
Yeah, the double I.
I'll screen them for you, Pizzi. Don't worry.
Thank you,
GC,
buddy.
please blind rank these potential Ultimate Fighter Season 34 coaching pairs.
Yeah. Bantamweight and strawweight, right?
Yeah, but the coaches don't have to be. I don't know if you're. Are you new to this? Are you new to the Ultimate Fighter?
I'm a tough 31
like I
vet,
am.
man. Come on. I got a jersey.
Patty Arman.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Armin delivers fireworks everywhere he goes. I'll go 2.
Kayla Amanda.
4.
Hamzat Strickland. Oh, there's some bangers.
If you can get these, yeah. Hamzat Strickland, number 1.
Jan Marab.
That's not bad. 3.
Which spot is left?
5.
Okay. He writes Grasso Valentina again because I know you left this for your number 1 spot.
Yeah, no, I didn't play it that way.
Yeah,
nailed
smart.
the rankings once again. Always do. Number 5.
Damn, that was perfect. He
That
tried
was-
to play you and you
Checked it.
nailed it.
I'm too fucking good at the blind rankings.
He also mentions if UFC 328 is in Newark on May 9th, NJ Pack is a must do the night before. Should we go back to NJ Pack? Should we run it back? Pete, you in?
Yeah, absolutely.
For real, you're flying in, Pete?
Pete, you were there, right?
I'm a Harrison guy.
Yeah, he was there.
Oh, yeah,
That's
he
where
was
I
there.
saw him.
My
A
son was
Harrison,
wearing
New
the hat
Jersey
you
guy?
got him from Newark. Yeah, Harrison, New Jersey. That's where you stayed, right?
That's right.
Hell yeah.
People know me in the streets of Harrison now.
Harrison, New Jersey, dude.
Why did you
Dan,
stay
what do we
there?
think about this, Dan?
Because it was right beside Top Steiner.
Harrison, New
Dan,
Jersey.
are you from Harrison, New Jersey?
No. He said it very disrespectfully. We were like, "You from Harrison?" He said, "No,
Yeah,
absolutely
he was
not.
like, hell no.
hell no."
Hey, the
Fuck
Red
no.
Bulls are there.
My people are out there out in Harrison, you know what I'm saying?
Sports
So,
Illustrated Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
Top Steiner.
Great.
Shout out.
You know about Top Steiner?
Oh, they had the whole thing. What's the thing that they have there? There's a special New Jersey thing. I went and got the whole. You were meant to meet me, and then it didn't happen in the end.
What
that
happened?
mall.
You were
Typical.
you were too hungover.
Yeah, maybe.
That's definitely what it was.
Oh, was that the night me, you, and Chuck went out?
Yes, stayed out till like 4 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
After the show, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a great night.
Top Steiner, shout out.
I was so nervous going into that, man. That venue was like 450 people, slow, ticket sales slow, and then like 3 days out, explosion. I was like, oh.
Dano was there. Talk about full circle.
Dano, our guy who's filling in for On Air Jordan.
I second the NJ Pack idea.
Remember Jordan? Well,
Yes. Yeah, On Air Jordan.
Jordan who?
Yo,
Who the fuck is Jordan?
he's filling in for Jordan. We say goodbye to him on the last day. We go out for a nice Ukrainian meal, right? Was it Ukrainian?
Yes.
And he's like, yeah, I was in the rafters at the NJ Pack. This guy
Casually mentions it.
3 months after he was working with us.
You brought it up. He's like, yeah, I was at the NJ Pack show.
So you liked it? You liked the NJ Pack, Dan?
Yeah, it was great. You should do it again.
Hell yeah. All right.
Full circle shit.
Let's run it back. Anyway,
Shout out Harrison.
here's from Dave. Ariel, please have GC blind rank these rap lyrics.
Okay.
Drunk and high at the same time, drinking champagne on the airplane. The more fun game is, can you name who said them?
I don't know what song that
Two
is.
Chains on Mercy.
Oh, shout out. Oh, Mercy. Great song. I'll go 3.
If I was Brittany Griner, I'ma need Obama. Only one to swap is Chapo.
I don't even know what the fuck that
Push a
means.
T on So Far Ahead.
Yeah, 4.
Shout out to Dallas. My bitch is a star. That's Future on Superhero.
I was just about to say that's Future.
Oh, sick.
I'll go 2.
Say Kenny been heavy out west. I carry that weight. I'm Luka Doncic.
5.
That's Kendrick Lamar on Good Credit.
Shout out.
And then the last one is big house, long hallways, got 10 bathrooms. I could shit all day.
That's me. I think I just said that this morning.
That's easy number one.
Lil Wayne on Steady.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like a Lil Wayne lyric. Yeah, feels like some really random rap lyrics, but shout out.
Hey Ariel, this is from Stevie. Thoughts on Nottingham Forest's season so far? 4 managers in a year is crazy. I mean, I've been watching sports for a very long time. I think we were talking about this yesterday, GC and I. Was it yesterday? I don't remember. Or no, maybe I was talking about it with someone else. I don't remember a team firing their manager twice in a season, let alone being on their 4th in a season. It's absolute insanity, right? Right, PT? Like, you remember soccer's a little more loosey-goosey, or football with the sacking. This is absurd.
Especially coming from how well you did last season to this, it's pretty insane.
Nuno got us to Europa League. We finished, I think, 6th or 7th.
Nuno was the guy.
Yeah, it becomes clear in the offseason that him and Edu are not on the same page. Edu signs a bunch of guys that he didn't want. He pretty much like nukes his status with the team at the very beginning in that press conference. He's gone shortly thereafter. Freaking Postecoglou feels like it happened 10 years ago at this point. He comes in for like 9 matches, absolutely sucks, doesn't feel like he wants to be there, has no connection to the club or the city or anything. You bring in local boy, Sean Deitch, who I think for the most part righted the ship, like kept us afloat. That's what everyone said. He would keep us afloat. And then he gets sacked, and now it's Vitor Pereira, who has been all right. Huge match today against Man City. Like, we're teetering. We're PT,
Spurs and Forest, man, it's crazy.
PT, we could be the first ever club. I asked a good friend of mine about this. Tell me if you know otherwise. No one has ever won if you win Europa League, that's a Champions League berth, right?
Mm-hmm.
No one has ever won Europa League, but also gotten relegated.
Yeah.
That could happen. We're in the round of 16 in Europa League, and we're 2 points out of relegation, excuse me.
My dad's a Spurs fan, and he thinks they're going to win the Champions League and also get relegated from the Premier League, which would be...
Who do you think it's going to be? Because Wolves is for sure gone.
I think it's... Wolves are winning, man. Wolves started to win.
They beat Liverpool yesterday.
2-1. Crazy. Last minute goal. They are putting together results now. West Ham is the team you need to be worried about. Like, they're kind of on the edge, and then it's Spurs and Forest.
Nuno's revenge.
Ham,
Burnley gone.
Burnley's gone.
Wolves gone.
Burnley.
I think
Wolves are putting together points.
I know, but Wolves are at 16.
Yeah, they're done.
They're bottom.
I think it's down to...
What are they, 10 off? 10 off?
I don't...
10, they're 11 off with like what?
That's not crazy. That's not crazy.
I think it's us, Spurs, Leeds, and...
you need to worry about West Ham. They're 2 points off.
West Ham is
Forest,
the team to worry about.
And that takes Forest down into relegation.
Golly. Hey, by the way, what's this all like you need to worry about? I thought you were one of us.
You know, I was a Nuno guy.
Ah, fuck. I've noticed.
Leeds could shit the bed.
Chat's gotten a little quiet.
Leeds could shit the bed.
I thought everyone just left.
The Leeds one is awful. Like, I didn't expect that at all. I thought for sure they'd be back down there. Wrexham?
Yeah, okay.
I was gonna say, are we Wrexham fans?
Is that right? Wolves are fucked.
Wolves,
Burnley. Fucked.
I'm not worried about those two. It's down to one. It's one spot. We got to turn this around.
Hope that the Hammers go down.
Nervous, not gonna lie, but we'll win Europa League and then we'll be in Champions League and.
That's gonna be tough to negotiate that schedule when you're in the Championship, playing 48 games as well as the Champions League.
If Forest goes down to Championship, do you find a Premier League team to root for in the meantime?
Till I die.
Back up.
United. He's a big United fan.
No, till I die. Matt Berkeley or Berkey. So PT casually dropped another Pizziism that absolutely must be clipped. I thought I caught it, and then it took me 45 minutes to find the timestamp on YouTube. Monday, March 3rd, at 3 minutes and 24 and 46 seconds. Frank, I beg you to have it ready for this read. Frank, do you read these before?
No.
You used to?
Yeah.
Remember when you volunteered?
You told me I had to do it or I was out.
Frank volunteered.
Wow, there's a lot of saltiness between you guys today.
One time Frank volunteered to be the moderator, and he was so gung-ho about it, and I think it lasted like 6 weeks. This is what I'm expecting. He's been gung-ho about the podcast, and I feel like in 6 or so weeks I'm going to get a, hey man.
You took it away.
I was going to say, this is a bit of revisionist history.
Yeah.
It lasted a week, and then you were like, I think I'll just.
That is so
Ariel's
not true.
going to fire me and then tell everyone that I quit.
Can you read that timestamp again?
Okay.
March
3rd.
All right, it was the 2nd.
Oh, lads, I don't know what it is.
Well, now is it Tuesday or is it the Monday? I'm going to guess it's the Monday because this came out on Tuesday. 3rd hour, 24th minute, 46 seconds.
Third hour, 24th minute. PT is on there. And how many seconds?
46.
Okay.
Can you put your thingy to it? Microphone. Here it is.
Oh, man. I thought that. All right, we're 20 seconds off. This is close to the
You
game.
guys wouldn't get it, you know what I mean? You're not in the trenches like
Well,
me.
see, I'm also not until 3 a.m., though. I actually wouldn't get it. I wouldn't get it.
This dude's texting us about Navarrete.
All right, it's coming up right here.
It's 5
Not a word back. Not a word back. I'm like, I was watching this
I
fight.
was already asleep.
I was already asleep. I was long. I'm still
I
on
was standing
Italian
up.
time.
I was standing up in the sitting room, losing my fucking mind.
I didn't even make it to Was that it? Kavanagh walking out of
Oh,
the
standing up in the sitting room?
I was sitting there and
While he was referencing the Navarrete fight, Irish P said, I was standing up in the sitting room, and now I'm going to be saying this every time I'm excited during a fight.
Oof. I wish
Add it to
you
the
read
list of
that
drops.
first so we didn't do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a fucking dud. Holy shit.
that's no
Horrible
disrespect to you.
I didn't.
It's no disrespect to you at
say
all,
it.
Pete.
20 million for the kitchen scrap.
Yeah,
That's better than any of those rap lyrics that was standing up. Standing up in the sitting
1000%.
room? Come on.
Standing up in the sitting room is not bad.
No.
Standing up in the sitting room is not bad. That's like saying I was dying in the living room.
Yeah. Sitting room is what? Is that where the TV is?
That's where the TV is, man.
So
Sitting room.
do you have
Sit
a
down.
den as well? Do you have a living room?
Yes. I've got this office. You don't want to see what's behind this.
Pete, you know I'm coming over, right? I'm not staying with you, but
Yeah.
I'm coming over. I got to see the
I
whole
can't
thing.
Stay with them.
Can you do a behind the
I
scenes?
don't have a bed.
Can you do but like we did?
Wait, at all? For you? You don't even have a bed?
Oh, a
You just
BTS.
sleep
We
in
do
the
a
shed.
BTS of PT's office, but I'm doing it just
The
going
Crack
around.
HQ. Show us.
Yeah, Crack HQ.
All right,
PT
this
does
is
like a crib style, like
Yeah.
here's the office.
You can't, like the light situation, which Andy is saying, doesn't make it a very livable room at the moment. But I mean,
Are we ripping the
PlayStation
Black
5's there,
Forge at
so-
one point?
No, I'm afraid to go there.
I gotta get the steak on the stone.
He's already dead.
Let's make you undo. Let's put you in a hat.
I will say the steak on the stone is
Yeah,
quite
well,
good.
what it is.
It's good. I will say.
I want to get the whole belt and everything.
Listen,
Oh,
you
yeah.
go with PT. PT waits outside.
I'm
You
not
get the
fucking
steak on the
standing there
stone,
for
and
that
Here's
One of our
something-
mates said that, and oh, sorry, I'm going too far. Go ahead. Next question.
Fruity Loaf says, Ariel, prior to your sabbatical, I likened the BITB to something like fried pickles. Something enjoyable as a novelty when done well, but certainly not to be consumed more than once a week. The last month made it clear they are capable of acting as a standalone entree, easily digestible for multiple days. Except for the on-air hot mic versus cold mic argument, that was uncomfortable to watch. I was also forced to... Jesus.
Why don't you read these beforehand?
Okay. I don't know what he's gonna say.
I don't know.
I don't know what he's gonna say, but I actually agree with him. The hot mic thing was a little uncomfortable.
Oh, I loved it.
He got me at the end. He got me here.
What did he put?
Now I just...
What did he say?
Who is this? He said, I don't even want to read.
Please, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Really?
I have to
have
fucking
to
read
read
it now.
You built it up.
I was also forced to hold in a shit for days and made a desperate attempt to use the bathroom on your floor, but was swiftly vanquished by formidable security forces. You should sleep well at night knowing you are well protected at work.
It's that
Okay.
guy. He's coming to
All
the
right.
office and
This is an inside joke from when we did On the Nose. This guy entered in several times. It all started, he said he wanted to come up to the Yahoo floor. He said he worked in the building, but the bathrooms weren't operating on his floor, so he needed to come up to Yahoo's floors to use the bathroom.
Jeez.
I appreciate being called fried pickles, though. You know,
No, but now we've upgraded
great.
to a full-on
Never had
entree.
one.
Thank
full-on
you.
entree.
Never
Full-on
had
entree. We'll get some when I'm out on the aisle.
I thought the hot mic thing was very comfortable. I was not uncomfortable at all. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you would.
GC,
Fuck you say?
GC's Fatty Boom Batty. Howdy do, Ariel. Quick question for you and the boys. If you were Eddie, how and what would you do to stick it back to Dana White? Me personally, I would try to team up with MVP, having worked with them before, and to try to sort out some big fights in the MMA space on the biggest platform in the world. Thing is, like, there's just not that many, there's just not that many options. Like,
People really want Eddie Hearn to have some kind of like big grandstanding clapback. I suggested this. Tell me how you feel about this. I do think that the boxing promoters should work together, right? Like, I think they would be beneficial to an Eddie Hearn and a Frank Warren at this point. Maybe not Ben Shalom because, he's kind of working with Turkey and on the outside of it now. But like, Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn should be trying to make the biggest fights they possibly can with their collective talent, right? To kind of show, hey, if Zuffa's going to be over here and they're going to be doing these, big mega fights and only Zuffa boxing fights with their talent, maybe we try to show what the best alternative is, right? The best version of what boxing can be outside of it. It would probably benefit them, right? As opposed to like going into isolation and just being like, we're only going to do Matchroom or we're only going to do Queensberry. They probably have to kind of collaborate to a certain degree. You rope Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy into it.
No, but he's talking about MMA.
I don't think that's even on the table because there's just not enough out there. But wouldn't it be beneficial to Eddie to put his best fighters up against Frank's best fighters, Oscar's best fighters? Even if you want to get Ben Shalom into the mix, right? You try to put on the best possible boxing fights you can so that you have an alternative to what Zuffa Boxing's trying to do. Well, whether they can all play nice in the sandbox, that I don't know. But I do think they would benefit from collaboration at this point.
Yeah, I just don't know how they collaborate.
Best fights. Make the best fights. Zuffa can't make every fight.
No, I know, but they already do that. Do
it more.
Yeah. I think he's just going to try. I think the best thing that he could do is build up his business. You know what I mean? I think that's the best thing that he can do is build up his business, build up his stable and focus on himself. I just don't know if there's anything other than like just worry about your own house, They kind of did do that for a long time and I feel like all those fights have been made. But yeah, let's see. I don't think he's sweating it
He should be.
I think he's sweating it, but also maybe it's a change. Like maybe they have to focus back on the UK, One second, I'm just trying to figure something out.
Everything all good, man?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure something out here.
PT, what do you think?
I think that I want to see the same shit that's happening in boxing and happening in MMA, but it's unfortunate that it can't happen because the contracts are so ironclad and so long that any of the people who could really make a difference to an MMA entity, be it Netflix or this imaginary Eddie Hearn one, there's no way of getting them out of contract for the most part. That's where the Francis Ngannou thing was so big when he went to PFL. But it's just, as Ariel said at the top, the business of boxing right now, all of these rivaling factions, I would love to see that in MMA. And I'm kind of, this whole situation is making me just realize how the landscape kind of seems vapid at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah. I can't disagree with that.
Okay, just a few more here and then we're going to get to our other thing.
You all right, bud?
No, I just, it'll make sense in a second. Luke Hercules, Ariel, what on earth do you need the Compass app on the first page on your phone for? Oh, yes. I loved how people were trying to decipher what was on my page there when I showed the screen grab of the PIP. Do you remember the PIP that I was so excited about? So the Compass app, I'll tell you exactly what I need the Compass app for. Now, I don't really I usually, I don't know about you guys, are you like first page, second page type people with your phone, or do you I search for every app?
I only have one main page. There's nothing on page 2, and
that's
I search
true
for a lot. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I don't use a lot of apps.
But like your kids don't put apps on your phone, or
no?
Wow, I've never.
Get your own phone.
I think I have like 15 slides.
Nah.
Like I'm still going.
Loads as well, man.
Yeah, what the
15 slides.
Yeah.
What are the things
hell,
that
man.
you need?
I don't know. Worldcraft.
You can folder them, right?
I have 9. I have 9.
1, 2,
Teeny Titans 2.
4, 5.
Pokemon Quest.
You could put all their shitty little games into one folder, and it doesn't take up extra extra space.
Yeah, I got 5.
Anyway, the Compass app, I use that for, so I pray every morning, and you're supposed to pray in the direction of the west. So I need to know where the west is. When I'm on a trip, I need to know in a hotel. So it's just there. But honestly, I don't choose that. I use it a lot. Just I move it to see where west is, but I just search for, like, if I need YouTube, I don't know where YouTube is on my phone. I just search for YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Like you swipe down.
Yeah, no, I do that too.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's not an indication of my most used apps. It's just, one of those things. Anyway, guys, UFC 326 is coming up. Level of excitement as far as 326 is concerned, guys.
7.
7?
Can't wait for the main event.
4.
5.
It doesn't.
Main event is a 9-10. Everything else brings it down.
It's not that deep of a card.
Yeah.
I'm still looking forward to it, though. RDR coming back.
Yeah.
RoboCop versus Bruno Ferreira 2.
Does it feel like the main event is lacking buzz, or does it feel like the appropriate amount of buzz?
Appropriate.
Lacking for who they are, I think.
Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira. Everyone loves these two.
Chalorez.
What's that?
Chalorez
Pete's-
Oliveira.
No.
He's just trying to shit on.
Wow.
Not
Wow. Bro.
Whoever did that, don't let it happen again.
Good luck, everyone over here, man.
He's a human being.
Bro. We're serious. Really, PT. You don't make mistakes,
Can't
huh?
prepare a coffee to save his
Wow.
life.
Never have.
Caio
I'll
Bajalio
admit to it.
against RDR. It's a big fight. That's a big fight. Rob Fontrow, Rosas. Don't mind it. Don't hate it.
For some reason, like the UFC has been obsessed with making this fight happen. Raul Rosas.
Yeah, they've
Rob
tried.
Font. They've tried. This is like the third time they've tried.
Johnson versus Dober. Interesting. Johnson's back, not Hernandez yet.
I continue to be baffled that every time there's something like this, there's not really much more that happens, right? Like there's really no communication, there's no follow-up, there's no understanding of the exact situation. There's presumably investigations, but like, okay, so what happened? Can we know more? Is there something to tell us? Like, it's just bizarre that they kind of die after we pulled the fight. All right, now what?
Bruno Ferreira against, who was it there?
RoboCop,
Gregory Rodriguez.
rematch from a few years ago.
Yep. What else we got? Not the greatest, not the worst. Cody
versus Xiao Long. Dante Johnson. Cody Brundage is back. He was just on 325. He's back again.
By the way,
Continuing to
3
get fights.
Codys.
Triple Cody.
Yeah, I saw Jedi posted the Cody parlays. Like,
What is it? What is
pays-
it?
I think they're all dogs. Ooh, pays insane.
How do you pronounce Cody Durden's opponent's name?
Oh, Naim Jargal, Tumen Dembarel.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Shout out.
And
Legend.
Sumadarji.
Mongolian legend. Sumadarji. How can we not have Jordan here on a Sumadarji
I know.
Raw fight week?
It's crazy.
Wait, who's Jordan?
Yeah. Young Lee. It's not a deep card. Gaston Villanos, Juliana Pena's favorite fighter.
Oh yeah, she loves him.
Love him.
Anyway,
It's okay.
UFC 326 this weekend. We'll have a watch party. We'll have a post show, and I'm very excited to tell you all that we are back in business with our good friends over at Arena Club. Remember, we did this for UFC 324. We did it a couple of months ago for that Paramount Plus debut. This is an incredible app. These people are great. The app is great. The website is great. The product is even better. And this weekend, they'll be offering exclusive uncrowned combat packs at arenaclub.com/uncrowned. But this time, there's 2 different tiers, $50 and $200 packs. We'll be ripping a bunch of packs again during the UFC 326 watch party, and there may even be a chance for one of you out there to win something special, so you got to tune in. We've got something for yous. We got maybe a couple things for yous, but you got to tune into the watch party as we open up these packs and talk about it a little bit more in depth. Right now, you can get 20% off your first slab pack or card purchase on Arena Club by using code UNCROWNED. That's UNCROWNED, UNCROWNED at checkout. It's a great product. A lot of people have been talking about my collection and have been offering me some great deals, but I've turned them all down. Because I like my cards very much. You can go right over there. You see, I go to my little profile. I go to my offers for my cards, et voila. What happened to them? There they are.
Wi-Fi's a little tough here.
There was a LeBron. There was a Kobe. They
Yeah, for
want that.
LeBron. You got offered Penny
People want your
Hardaway,
LeBron.
John Morant, Kobe.
Nah, I'm sticking with my guys. I like what I got. So there you have it, 20% off your first slab pack or card purchase using the code UNCROWNED. We're going to open these combat packs, which they're bringing back on Saturday. Very fun, very, very quick service, quick shipping, delivery. A bunch of you got the cards that we opened up. Remember, we opened them up.
Yeah, we sent out to a bunch of winners.
On that Saturday, a bunch of winners got them. Thank you very much with the tweets and all that. Great job. Stay tuned to what we'll be doing for Saturday's 326 watch party, but we could give you a bit of a taste here. We're going to open up 2, guys, right? We're going to open up 2?
Yeah, why don't we open up, let's open up a Ruby. Let's
Okay.
open up a Ruby.
Ruby is how much?
$250.
$250 for a pack.
Pokemon.
Oh, we got the Pokemon?
Yeah, Pokemon.
We're doing Pokemon?
Yeah, let's do Pokemon.
Yeah, we didn't do Pokemon last time.
Okay.
Wait, before we open it up, let me see the checklist.
Very.
Click the checklist
roll
there.
down. Let's see. What are the grails here? Scroll down for me. Scroll down for me, Dano.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
Okay.
Go to the chase ones. I want to see like
Who's the biggest?
Oh, that Charizard? Nah, shut up.
Charizard. A shining Noctowl, another Charizard. Ooh, Zapdos, my guy.
I had that one, the Zapdos and the Charizard.
I'm a Venusaur guy too. Always have been. Don't need Blastoise and Charizard, Charmander, Squirtle. Don't need all that shit.
Go down a little bit more. Let's see what
Bulbasaur.
else is in here. Oh, another
yeah.
Zapdos.
Ooh, Giratina. All right, let's rip this bad boy.
Yeah, let's open it up. I want a Pokemon card. Can I have this after we rip it?
If you like it, man. Here we go.
We doing it?
Yeah, we're opening it up.
Now, who's like the hardest core Pokemon stan?
It's between me and GC for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Not Frank?
I just grew up playing it.
All right, here we go. So I need your help here. My kids used to be huge into Pokemon. I know about the Charizards. I know about the Pikachus. I know about those guys. But I need to know, are we going to get like a Logan Paul-esque 1.7 million?
No.
No. Okay, here we go.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah,
All right, here we go.
How do you know? How do you know what we're getting? Here we go. Here it is. Can we get the music?
Yeah, bring
Frankie,
the
can we
music
get the
back
music? We got the music. We got. Oh, I love this part. It's my favorite part. This is my favorite part right here.
What do we got? Charmander.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a cool looking one.
10.
Let's see the value, baby.
Let's see the value.
Yeah,
Let's see
hit
the value.
next.
Hit next. There it is.
That's a sick Charmander. You say 10?
Damn, 250?
Nah, that's what they're offering, which means it's worth more. So let's decide later. I want to
Okay.
keep this one.
How much should we buy it for?
$250.
All right, so we can break even. That's the great thing about this.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about this. You buy it, they'll offer to buy it back. Sometimes you'll make money, sometimes you'll make 95% back. If you don't like what you get, they'll buy it back. Let's open up one more.
Man, I had that Clefairy. What are we doing, an Emerald there?
I want to let's in honor, let's do basketball. Let's do basketball.
I mean, you got good luck last time. You got the LeBron that everybody wants.
Rip the Emerald basketball. Here we go.
Let's do basketball.
Ooh, what do we got? We got a Jokic. We got a Kobe. We got a Luka. I'm down for any of these. A Dirk, a KD, Shea Gilgeous. All right, let's rip that bad boy.
All right.
Oh, Jordan. I wouldn't mind a Michael Jordan.
Camden? Oh, Michael Jordan.
What do we got?
Nah, no Jordan. Who's Jordan?
All right, here we go. We're doing
Joe?
basketball. We're going to get a Nick. We're going to get...
Nick who?
No, like a Knickerbocker.
Oh.
We're going to get a...
Ewing?
I'd like to get a 1985 Patrick Ewing. We're getting a Wemby?
Oh,
I'm down for Wemby.
He had a great game yesterday. You watched that NBC broadcast? It was amazing. All right, here we go.
Rip it up.
Open up this bad boy. This is my speed right here. This is my world right here. What are we getting? We're getting Wemby. We're getting the new face.
We got a
MJ.
Oh, shit. Come on.
My guy.
I'm in now.
Sick.
That's a sick one.
What year? Let's go next.
I think
What's
it said
next?
98, 99.
Hey, final season.
Yeah, 1999.
Final season
with
as
the
a Bull. 333. And how much did we pay for that?
5.
We paid $5?
500.
Oh, 5. Okay, all right.
We'll decide later on that one.
All right.
That's 6.
By the way, 333, my favorite number. That's incredible. All right, so there you have it. There's the experience. You buy a pack, you get a card, they offer to buy it back. Other people can offer you, or you could just have them ship it to you and you'll own it. There it is, arenaclub.com/uncrowned, 20% off your first slab pack or card purchase using the code uncrowned. And this Saturday during the watch party, we're going to open up some combat packs, and we may have a surprise or two for all of you. So tune in, get involved, and most importantly, let me just say, support them because they support us. All right, we're being very selective these days with who we're working with, and it means a lot that they've come back for more. It means a lot that they believe in us, and we believe in them. We love the product. My kids love the product as well. They're really into it ever since I introduced them to it. So support them. Check it out. Tell your friends. It goes a long way. Use the code. Trust us. This goes a long way. All right. This goes a long way. So thank you very much, and we look forward to doing that on the watch party. I'll be there as well for the watch party, and then of course the post show with the BITB. Joe Mers, Post show with BITB and 3-pack. A up PC. A up. EY. I up.
A up.
A up.
A up.
I'm off to Tenerife for the races next week. Not sure why, but I have a feeling you've enjoyed a €1 frozen glass pint many of times on your holes. HOLS? Halls?
Yeah, halls.
Oh, holidays.
Holidays.
Yeah. Any tips for the nags or the best place for a beer? P.S. Up Carrick's Tricky Reds. There's like a lot of stuff here that I don't know about. Please tell us what this man is talking about.
So he's saying, right, he's going away to Tenerife during the Cheltenham Horse Festival, which happens next week. And it's a week, as you guys remember, I was given a sabbatical last year and I went on the piss all day and gambled all day with my dad and my brother. Sent us a few pictures of us gambling feverishly throughout the day.
Okay.
Fantastic
Yeah,
time.
I remember.
So my friends have holidays booked to just gamble all week next week. So this lad's saying he's going on holidays to watch the races over there. He's getting, so the beer is cheap in Tenerife, so he's getting a frosted glass with the beer. And then he's talking about the Tricky Reds, he's talking about Manchester United. So I think that's the full translation.
And you've
I
had
have had one of those.
What is it? A frozen glass?
So they'll freeze the glass and then they'll draft the beer into it, and you're in this beautiful heat, and it's amazing. But as you can tell, this skin doesn't really hold up too well in set heat.
And Tenerife is in Ireland?
Spain.
Oh, it's in Spain.
No, it's in Spain.
And so why is it such a big deal?
A lot of people go away for the races. I don't know what it is. It's always been a thing.
And is it what? Is it like Kentucky Derby style of racing? Like what is or is it the
It's
ones
like
where
fences, it's jumping. Yeah, like it's...
it's equestrian? It's like...
Yeah.
It's like when they go over the hurdles?
Yes.
Oh.
And it's every day. There's like, I think 8 races. And from Tuesday to Friday, there'll be just races on all day. All of the pubs are full in Ireland and the UK for it. It's a pretty crazy time.
All right.
Again, GC, could have been a few weeks earlier. Could have been an absolute degenerate here for a few days.
Saying, man. That and the Irish national team.
Oh, yeah.
Right. You just wouldn't go home.
Yeah. Matt from SLC. Welcome back, Ariel. I really enjoyed your interview with Craig McMorris. Coming from the world. Do you guys know who Craig McMorris is?
Snowboarder.
Yes, Craig McMorris is the older brother of Mark McMorris, who's one of the most decorated snowboarders of all time. They used to have a show on MTV together called McMorris and McMorris, and they're beloved in the... they're kind of like our version of Shaun White, although they had a show that was popular in the United States. Anyway, he's now an analyst, and
Is Mark McMorris the one that, like, the famous graphic, the, like, broken femur, broken back, medically induced coma, like he had, like, all these insane injuries from snowboarding?
It's possible. He also wiped out on like the first day of training and suffered a concussion and also like a bruised pelvis and ribs. And so he couldn't compete in, I think, big air. And then he came back a week later to compete in slopestyle, but he didn't medal for the first time. I think these were his 4th games. The info is starting to... But anyway, this man is asking me, coming from the world of snowboarding, thank you very much for covering a sport that the world only cares about once every 4 years or so. Quick question, what was your favorite sport to cover these Olympics? I will say what was really interesting was like I would talk to these speed skaters and I'm like, okay, so like what do you do now? How do you celebrate? They're like, oh, World Championships are in 3 weeks. Like I don't have any time to celebrate. I'm back at it. It's amazing. You really think of these sports sometimes as a once every 4 year endeavor, and they're year-long things. And there's X Games, and there's World Championships, and there's World Cups. Like there was one guy, Mikhail Kingsbury, who won gold in dual moguls. He's won 100 World Cups. So it's not once every year or 2 years or 3 years. It's every event is called the World Cup. Anyway, so I've learned a lot about this. I think it would be fun to cover it. I don't know how big the audience is and the fan base is. Obviously, they have their fan base, but how big it is, not quite sure. My favorite one to cover, well, obviously I did a show where we covered everything. I didn't go to a lot of them because we were talking about everything. I got to go to a lot of the snowboard and skiing because that's where I was, then a bit of the hockey on the back end. The one that I was blown away by Big Air. I was blown away by moguls for different reasons. Big Air, they're flying in the air. moguls, and then the dual moguls was insane because now you're really throwing caution to the wind and you have to beat your guy to the finish line. In addition to that, have the style points, and it's just like. And then there was the one where Kingsbury's rival Horishima of Japan. This went viral. You guys may have seen it. He was so out of sorts and reckless because he was going so fast that he ended up doing the back end backwards. Did you guys see that? He finished backwards, which was absurd because he just like lost control of his body. What these people, I think the Winter Olympics are way more dangerous than the Summer Olympics. Like what they have to put their bodies through in slopestyle, in snowboard and ski cross, in big air, in half pipe, in aerials, in skeleton, in bobsled, in luge. It's crazy what they're putting their bodies through. The injuries. I spoke to one girl. She was half pipe. She shows up the next day. She went for it. She full sent it, as they say, and showed up with a broken shoulder. Like she had a broken shoulder, and she was just like, "Yeah, man, I went for it. You know, it's the Olympics." Like, wow, you guys are crazy, man. You're crazy. And now I know I cover MMA and people get punched and kicked in the head, but it's just amazing to see them put their bodies on the line and just kind of throw caution to the wind. I enjoyed it all. I enjoyed their demeanor. I enjoyed how cool they all were, and they didn't seem to be like, you know, crumbling under the pressure. I can't say it enough. I just really had a great time, and it was a great experience. One for GC. And by the way, Loner Kavanagh going to join us in, or is it Lonnie? We're going to find out in about 9 minutes' time. Aljamain Sterling after that. One for GC for Fight Feast. When it's UK, could you try some Greater Mank delicacies since our lad Lerone is in the main event? Are you planning a Fight Feast for Manchester?
Did not have one planned because we've done English breakfast several times. We've done the fish and chips. What are Greater Mank delicacies? Meat pie.
Yeah, I think you get a meat pie. You get chips with gravy, which is a different experience. A lot of people up north will be chips and gravy kind of people, I believe. And that's a bit controversial in the rest of the UK.
Yeah.
Well, these are the options.
Oh, okay. You have the list.
Yes.
Oh, sorry,
Okay.
sorry.
He's not asking you to blind rank these. I think he's more suggesting. So
Yeah.
perhaps.
Yeah.
I remember us landing in Manchester and having a nice little English breakfast. Remember
great.
that?
Oh, you kicked great.
And then we set up the room. You blew the fuse, but you played it cool, even though internally I think you were crapping your pants.
Blew the fuse
in the hotel.
Something was going terribly wrong with the audio. Frank's like, "Hey, man, I just need you to run to a music store about 1.7 miles away and pick up this specific jack whenever you get the chance. Don't mind me."
You just landed, overnight flight, new country.
Yeah, I was like, "All right, I think everything's set up. We're good to go." I'm like lugging. You're just like getting whisked away to the hotel.
Yeah.
I'm lugging like 18 bags. I'm just happy to be there. And then like I get everything set up. I was like, "All right, I think we're good to go." Flip on the switch. Everything goes dark.
Shit,
I was like, "Oh fuck me." You're like, "What's going on, man?" Sorry, I was just, you came out with the cucumbers on your eyes. You were like, something going on here?
What's all that racket over there?
Yeah. No, we got a great English breakfast. That was a great trip, period.
It was a great
Shout
trip.
out.
Hung out with Ade a bunch. Had a nice little Indian.
Oh yeah.
On the Friday night.
Dishoom.
Why didn't you come? Wasn't there some talk of you coming? Oh yeah, you didn't get credentialed or something, and then you like threw the baby out with the pram.
It was a friend of mine's mother passed away, is what it was.
Fuck, now I feel like an ass.
Rest in peace, man.
Good job, Aaron.
Rag pudding.
Never heard of it.
Wigan kebab.
Again, never heard of it.
Seems like an Aspinall joint.
Wigan kebab is like a pie in bread, I believe.
Oh wow.
Manchester. Okay, wait. Are you rag pudding?
Rag pudding appears to also be some sort of pie as well.
Yeah, meat pie is the way it's going here, mate. Go ahead. Sorry,
Wigan kebab.
That's
Manchester
a pie
tart.
A Manchester tart.
Is that also another pie?
No, this appears to be like some sort of. It looks like it is a pie, but it's a dessert pie. Yeah, it looks like it's some sort of shortbread pastry filled with raspberry jam and a custard filling. It actually looks pretty good.
A pint of body. Boddy.
Bodkins. Yeah.
Okay.
What is that?
Bodkins.
What is that?
It's just an ale, like heavy.
A glass of Vimto.
Vimto's nice blackcurrant drink.
What's that? What is that all about?
Love black currant.
What is that?
I don't know. I feel like if I'm going to do a mank eating, I need to be trying it with in Manchester.
This feels like
not for a UFC
yeah.
London, you know.
We fly
Okay, here's something. This is from Toronto Mike D. Ciao, Ariel. Ciao. You are a big welcome back in our lives. Thank you. But please, before my question, may I please vent a little bit about the BITB first? Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They did an amazing job.
You may not.
Holding down the fort during your absence.
Here comes the butt.
I tuned in every day, like I always do. But
nose,
all caps.
Nose coming.
Last Tuesday, they did me so dirty. They waxed poetic regarding the Conor Ben signing for 60 minutes. I sent in a super chat during the segment for them to read, and at the end of the show, I waited the 2 hours until the super chat portion came, and then that's what happened.
What happened?
Frank, who never reads the names of the people super chatting in, read out my message like he had marbles in his mouth. To which Connor and Rick just spat out a yes to my comment. Then Frank zipped onto the next question like they had buses to catch. The level of disrespect those guys showed me was unreal. I would have gotten more gratification with that $5 had I blown my nose with the bill. The only solace I take now is with all this interim heavyweight belt talk going around, it basically kills Ricky Boy's Gable prediction by the end of the year. So eat it, Rick. Don't be such a jerk next time. Now,
that was a brilliant writing. Brilliant writing.
Fucking A++.
Now, Ariel, my important question this week is this. Can you please let us know about the fine cuisine you had in Italia? Any good stories you can share about your time there?
The hand's going.
Now, let me tell you guys about a special dish called pizzoccheri. Do you know what pizzoccheri is?
No.
Upon first hearing of the term, what do you think it is? Like maybe like a pizza?
Yeah, of course.
Not.
What?
It is not. It is a special pasta dish that is unique to the town of Livigno and the neighboring Lombardy region. And it is a buckwheat pasta. You may have seen my video where I went to one of the fine establishments and we cooked it together. Buckwheat, potato, cheese, cabbage. This amazing spice in a pan. First you cook the pasta, then you put it in the pan with the potato, with the cheese, with the cabbage, with the spice, and it's hearty. And the guy kept telling me it gives you energy, it gives you power, it gives you energy because it's cold, you need the energy, it's fuel. It was hearty, it was an interesting texture, but it was something special. So that is something that I had a couple times. The pizza was phenomenal, fish was solid, tiramisu, of course the affogato. Coffee's all right. As I said, I like the espresso. Don't love the ones with the milk. Not a lot of almond milk. They have a lot of oat and soy. Not a lot of almond. I have to be honest. And what else? The bread's always good, although I try not to have it too much. Yogurt was good. One time I went to a cafe and I asked them if I could just buy a banana, and they charged me €3 for the banana. But I felt like it was worth it.
Disgrace.
Yeah,
That actually is.
I felt I needed the banana. I needed my potassium. You know, what can I say? All in all, it was great. Okay, what do we got here? Check Slack. No, it's not. It's okay. I'm going. Can I break the fourth wall for a second?
Please.
There's a lot of drama.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Why is there drama? What's going on?
Well, I'll just say flat out, one of our guests is not showing up. And,
is it because of me? Did I say something again?
No, it's not. It's actually I don't even want to say. It's what I think a misunderstanding, silly reason. But so that's what I'm trying to work out here. Yeah. It's unfortunate, but it's a miscalculation. It's a what's the word?
Communication?
Not miscommunication. It's like a booking thing. Do you know what I mean? Like
Scheduling issue.
I got some marbles here. Should I read the questions for you?
What's the word? It's not a miscommunication. Conflict. A conflict.
Oh, a conflict.
Scheduling conflict.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's a conflict of time, not a conflict of interest.
No.
I like the time one better than the interest.
But the thing is, like, there's no commercial break, so I have to roll with the punches. Do you feel like I've been a bit absent?
There were a couple moments where,
today or overall?
Wow.
On the show or just life in general?
So what's the like? What do I do in this case?
No, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, we're just working through the kinks.
Yeah, working through the kinks.
We don't know what's happening.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no one.
none of us know.
None of us will ever know.
There's no way to know either.
Nose, no nose. Well, back in our lives, welcome back. Just curious, why did you tell Armin that it looked like you got in some good elbows? One of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world sucker punched an amateur wrestler when he was in a vulnerable position. No mention of it being dirty or cheap. It felt as if it was supported because it went viral. That's it.com. No, I mean, like, he got a shot in. That's what I meant. I didn't mean like I meant like a good shot in, as in like, I'm not saying the technique was good. I'm saying like he got in a good, clean shot. And I know clean, but I'm saying like he nailed him with a shot. That's what I meant by good. All right? So chill out. Matthew. And by the way, I did think that Giorgio was hitting him with some illegal shots, and, you know, that's what happens. What do you want me to say? How uncomfortable do you see it being when you see Ronda and Gina? Oh, wow. This is a question that I'm getting a lot right now. I don't know. I will tell you this. The last time I spoke to Ronda Rousey was 2023. I was backstage at Elimination Chamber in Montreal. It was a very quick conversation. I was standing next to Paul Heyman. Prior to that, the last time I spoke to her was 2015, maybe 14. The last time I spoke to Gina was on my show in 2019. So I don't know. I think it's going to be must-see TV. What do you guys think?
I can't wait.
That was my first thought. I can't lie. When I saw it, I was just like, "Oh, that's gonna be spicy."
I can't wait. Yeah. I can't wait. I'm also curious.
People don't know that you don't shy away from it, Ariel. Do you? Let's be honest. You don't shy away.
We run to the fire here. We don't.
You're a psycho. You know, I've been around a few times. I'm like, oh, he's gone already. He's over there talking to him. Wow.
Of course, you have to. You have to.
It's not crazy at all.
No. I'm looking forward to it genuinely. What's that?
I said I want to shake your hand.
Who said? Oh yeah. What is that from? That's the plane, right? Yeah.
I want to shake your hand.
Yeah. I am looking forward to it. First of all, I've never been to the Intuit Dome, so I'm curious to see that.
That's the part I'm most jealous about.
Yeah.
The fight be damned. The Intuit Dome is the
Clippers Wolves on Wednesday night. Maybe
you going?
Check that out. I don't know.
See my guy Ant.
Saw it. Knicks. I'll miss the Knicks by like 2 days. That would have been amazing. Clippers Wolves. Looking forward to it. Haven't been to LA. Haven't been to LA in a very long time. Last time I was there was WrestleMania maybe 4 years ago or 3 years ago. So I'm excited. I don't know any of the other fights right now, so I'm wondering if they're gonna announce those. There's a lot to happen in the next few days. I also have this other thing there's a lot going on. So basically, in conclusion, despite the music issue and the volume of it all, and this issue that I was dealing with on text, there's a lot to be happy for. Do you see what happens, though? This is why I'm a very superstitious person. You put it out there that you're happy, and all of a sudden you get smacked in the face with a bunch of stuff. That's why I don't talk about anything. Lesson learned. That's the big man upstairs telling me to chill. That's what that was. So just want to let you all know. Aljamain Sterling is going to join us at 3 o'clock. Stay tuned for that. But first, let us go to our first guest of the day. What a performance. What a win in the main event of UFC Mexico City this past weekend. An absolute coming out party, if you will. A lot of people excited about him. You've seen the clip of Ilia Topuria talking about him. You've seen the interaction with John Jones. He is very much a player in the 125-pound division. When you do that to Brandon Moreno, you are a player. He is the one and only Lonnie Kavanagh. I do believe I'm getting that correct, and he is kind enough to join us right here and now. There he is. Hello, sir. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us.
No, thank you very much for having me.
It's great to have you on. We've been going back and forth. I want to get it out of the way. Please tell us, from your lips to our ears, correct way to pronounce your name.
It's either Lonnie or Lon is fine, whichever you prefer.
Okay, because there were different variations over the weekend, and I like to get it right. So Lonnie or Lon?
Yeah, perfect.
What do you prefer?
Either, to be honest with you. As long as it's not anything else, then we're good.
All right. And the name, where does it come from? And especially the spelling as well. LONE''ER.
Yeah, it's a Chinese name. So my mom's half Chinese, so that's where it came from.
And what does it mean?
In Chinese, it's pronounced Long Yi, and it means like dragon's son.
I love that. Have you felt that way? Like as a kid, did you relate to the meaning of the name?
Yeah, definitely. You know, obviously as a kid, everyone pronounced it wrong. So
yeah,
I was a bit embarrassed of it as a kid, but growing up, I've definitely felt the meaning behind it.
What did they say? They called you probably like Loner,
No,
Loner?
I've had everything. Yeah, Lona, Lonia, everything.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in London.
You grew up in London, but correct me if I'm wrong, your father is of Irish descent?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Okay, so is he born in Ireland?
So my dad had a bit of a mad story. So my dad's he's Irish by genetics, but he was adopted when he was younger by like a Japanese family. So that's how he got into like martial arts and stuff like that. And he went down that route. But he's from an Irish descent, yeah.
Okay. And so that's a lot of, that's Ireland, that's obviously English, Chinese. Who did you associate with the most? Who did you feel like the greatest connection to as a kid growing up?
Probably more Chinese and English, because my mum, I grew up with a single mum. I was like growing up with a lot of Chinese heritage, but obviously because I grew up in England, I feel very close to like English culture as well.
Okay, there's your mom right there, and you're pretty young in that photo, right?
Yeah. I think I was like 18.
Okay, which belt is that?
That is Rise of Champions belt. It's like an amateur belt. It's my first ever title.
Wow. When did you start getting into martial arts? How old were you?
Ooh, I started martial arts when I was 8.
Okay.
I started properly when I was 8, but I was surrounded from it from a very young age.
And was that kickboxing off the bat, or was it something else?
So I actually started with like some Korean styled martial arts, which looking back on it was basically MMA.
Okay.
But then I went into kickboxing after that.
And who introduced you to that when you were that young?
My mum did. So I was a bit of a fat kid.
Okay.
So to lose weight, my mum forced me into martial arts. I say forced me. She had to like kick me into it to begin with, and then when I started it, I loved it ever since. So I just kept with it.
Okay. And when you were like very, very early on, were you saying I didn't want to be a part of this? Like, let me quit.
At the beginning, I was scared of it as a kid because my dad used to teach it. So I used to like go to his like club, but I never joined in. I was just I don't know why. I was a bit of a scaredy cat. But then as soon as my mom kind of forced me into it, I loved it. I don't know why I didn't like it beforehand.
Okay. When you were a young boy, your father passed away, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. Obviously, tough for a youngster or anyone at any age. How old were you?
I was 6.
Okay.
Passed away.
Do you have memories of him?
Yeah, I have really good memories of him. So it's I feel very blessed like to be able to have those memories.
And now with this journey that you've been on and the way that you entered into martial arts and now you finally make it to the UFC and then you get this opportunity, how would you describe the last few days for you? It felt to me like this was a coming out party for you. Like if you were somewhat unaware of who Lonnie Kavanagh was, you're aware of him now. To go to Mexico and beat a former champion, and it feels like it's now all coming together. I think you're ranked 6 now all of a sudden in the UFC. What's it been like to see all these things come together for you in this short amount of time? I know the journey hasn't been short, but for it to come with this short notice fight, go there, beat the former champ, do as well as you did, and now it seems like so many people are talking about you.
It's been crazy to say the least. A lot's happened in a short amount of time, but I'm very grateful for it,
When you got the call that they were offering you this opportunity against Brandon, here are some of the photos. How many days or weeks was it before the fight?
It was 3 weeks before the fight.
And you were scheduled to fight in March at the Apex.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So it wasn't like you were out of shape. It doesn't look like you're the type of guy that gets out of shape much these days, but it wasn't like you were just kind of sitting around.
No, yeah. So I had a fight booked for the 14th of March. And I actually started that camp 2 weeks earlier anyway.
Wow.
So it actually worked out really well,
You're coming off a loss to Charles Johnson. When you get a call, you think probably you got to work your way back up. When you get a call to fight on short notice against Brandon Moreno in Mexico, what is your initial reaction?
I'm very shocked, but I'm also I'm just very pleased, Like, firstly, I felt, it means a lot that the UFC called me. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a weird one because I'm a religious man. I prayed to God the night before, like thanking him for opportunities and stuff. And then felt like he just went, cool, yeah, you want opportunities, have this one. So then we ended up here.
Wow, unbelievable. So you didn't think twice. There were no reservations. There were no doubts.
No, so obviously, you got to talk it through your team first, like the logistics of everything. And I trust my team with my life. I feel like I have the best team in the world. And whatever they say it's a good fight. We're doing it. So I was game from then.
Sometimes when you suffer your first pro loss, there's a hit to your confidence as well. What was your confidence like as you were preparing for this? When you had those few days, but you're sitting, you're at night, your head is on the pillow, you're thinking, you're dreaming. You suffered a traumatic thing in your last fight back in August. And so what were you feeling? How were you feeling about yourself as you were preparing now for the biggest fight of your life?
Of course, yeah. Like, I always get nervous. Anytime I accept a fight, anytime, I think about fighting, it makes me nervous, but also makes me excited, And those are like the moments that I live for, if that makes sense. Like, it feels good. It's a good feeling, and it's a scary feeling at the same time.
And so when did you get there to Mexico? Because you have to have some time to acclimate, right, to the high elevation. How much time, sometimes people go like a month out. What did you do?
So I flew out just over 2 weeks before the fight. I had to sort out some stuff in the UK before flying out, and then as soon as I could, I flew out.
Did you feel like that was enough time?
Yeah, I do. I felt fit in the fight. I felt fit there. Obviously, everyone talks about altitude, and but I didn't feel it as much as I thought I would. So
okay,
it was good.
What did you feel in the in the closing moments before the walk? Before you're in the locker room, main event, Brandon Moreno. Were you more nervous than usual? Didn't look like you were, but just curious what was going on, before the lights were on you.
I don't think I was more nervous than usual. Obviously, like, it is a big moment, but I feel like I'm very good at not deep in situations, as in, like, I just take one thing at a time, and then I end up in the situation. And, having my whole team behind me in the locker room, it felt really good.
There was a clip that emerged on Sunday that I had never seen before, but I guess found out later that it was not from this particular fight. But it's basically, you're about to walk out, they're telling you to walk, and your coach is saying, like, no, wait for a specific moment. This is your time. Walk when you want to, walk when the beat hits, whatever. Do you do that for every fight, or was that just one moment there? Because I thought it was awesome, and I thought when I first saw it, was like, look at this guy. He gets a short notice fight. It's the main event. He's going to decide when he walks. Like, he's owning the moment. But then come to find out it was a previous fight. So can you tell me the story behind that?
Yeah, so that was actually for my UFC debut.
Wow.
And my coach, Ash Grimshaw, he was, you only ever get one UFC debut, so you gotta take your time and soak it all in, And for your first ever UFC fight, you want your walkout to be perfect, and he made sure of that.
Do you do that now for every fight? Like, do you consciously wait, or was it just for that moment that he told you to do that?
I do it for every fight now. I feel like the walkout and the feeling is very important. So you got to go when you want to go. And, like, you got to go exactly to the time of your music,
I love that. Have you watched the fight again?
I haven't watched the whole fight. I've watched, like, bits of it. I need to go over the whole fight.
How do you feel about it, what you accomplished out there?
Yeah, obviously, I feel amazing, And for me, there's always things to take away from it. So I'm looking forward to going back to training and talking about it with my coaches. But yeah, it was just a surreal experience.
What are a lesson or two that you learned from that experience?
Like, at the moment, there's still loads of things to work on from, like, my last fight beforehand and this fight. But that's what I want to do. I want to be able to just keep trying to get level up every fight.
The performance, then the win, and then we see you backstage speaking to John Jones on FaceTime, and it seemed like he like took your breath away, like you couldn't even speak to him. And then you get the 100K bonus. What does that feel like right here? What does this moment feel like to get that type of validation, saying that he watched you and that he was so impressed with you, one of the greatest of all time, John Jones?
Yeah, it's also, I'm still, not so much now, but I'm still scared that I'm going to wake up and this hasn't happened yet.
Yeah,
I mean? I'm about to fight. I feel like everything that's happened, fighting Brendan firstly fighting a legend, fighting him in his home city, winning the fight with a 100K bonus, then speaking to John Jones on the phone, it's just, yeah, I didn't even know how to put it to words,
This is you finding out that you got the 100K. How big is that?
Yeah, it's a surreal thing for me. I have like a little, I don't know why I'm saying this, but I have like a little vision board at home, and on the vision board, it's, one of my goals was to get my first ever UFC bonus, and it came at an amazing time.
Can I ask what else is on the board?
A lot of stuff. You know, I can see it now. It's just like one of them was win my next fight in a spectacular fashion, break into the top 10, get my first ever UFC bonus, and then always give thanks to God. So, you know, it's I feel like I've ticked off a few.
You did all of them.
Yeah.
In that one fight.
I know, it's crazy. I got to rub them out and make some new ones now.
Is there a UFC champion on there?
There will be, yeah. There will be.
You haven't put it yet.
You know what? These are my goals for the year.
Gotcha.
And now I'm going to have to add it.
Well, now that you beat a guy like Brandon Moreno, who's still very much a player in this division, I mean, he looked great in his last fight. How far away do you think you are from that discussion?
Hopefully not far. Hopefully not far at all. You know, Brandon's a legend. He was 2-time world champ, and I like to think that I proved that I belong within the top 10.
Yeah. So what do you think? Like one fight, max 2?
Hopefully, yeah. I you know, for me, I want to get to the top as quick as possible. I told my manager Jose, you know, ever from signing him, I want to become champ within the first 2 years of being in the UFC. So I want to do whatever I can to get there as quick as I can. So whatever they say, I'm game for.
So 2 years, I think, would be November of 2026.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, so we still got some time. We've got 7 more months.
Yeah, we got a bit of time.
Yeah, and obviously the belt is being defended in a little over a month. The new champ, Joshua Van against Tatsuro Taira. Who do you think wins that fight?
For me, it's a tough one, you know. My head says Taira, but with Van, you can never count him out, you know, and he's a champ for a reason. So my head says Taira, but my heart says Van at the same time.
Okay, wow. What do you think happens if Van fights Pantoja again? Obviously, they fought once, but it really didn't amount to much, right? It was just a quick thing.
So, again, it's a tough one. Pantoja's a legend, you know. He was champ for so long. But, you know, selfishly, I want the new blood to come up. So I couldn't say.
It feels like there's an influx of new blood at 125.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Like flyweight is really interesting all of a sudden, I feel like.
Yeah, and obviously, you know, I'm biased. I think it's the best division in the UFC now. I feel like it's very exciting. You know, it's forever changing as well. It's not stagnant at all, and I feel like there's a lot of young talent coming up.
Not that long ago, they were trying to get rid of it, and now here it is. Thank God they didn't, because it's doing great. If it were up to you, who would be next?
I don't know yet, to be honest with you. I don't watch much UFC, so I need to speak to my coaches and see who they think. But again, I'm game for whatever.
How come? Why don't you watch much UFC?
Do you know, because I've done martial arts, I feel like for the majority of my life, when I'm at home watching stuff, I like just zoning out from it, because I feel like I love my life and I love what I do. But, you know, when you're at home and you're chilling, it's just like a nice little break. You know, I live, breathe, and sleep martial arts. So when I'm at home watching things, I like doing something a little bit different.
Okay. Like what's your favorite thing to do that's outside of the MMA world?
I just love chatting. I don't know if I can swear here.
Yeah.
I just like chatting shit with the boys, to be honest with you.
Okay.
You know, I have good friends. And yeah, just like chilling with them. I like binging on Netflix, walking my dogs, everything.
How many dogs?
I've got one dog myself, but
Okay.
I also take my mum's dog for a walk as well.
Gotcha. Do you live with your mom?
No, I don't.
Okay, but nearby.
Yeah, very close.
Okay. What's going on? What's business like over at ninjashitonly.com?
It's I don't know, actually. I don't actually run it.
You don't? I thought this was your store.
This is my store, but my coach helps me with the stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, you'd have to ask him, to be honest with you.
I dig it. I dig the name.
Thank you.
I like that. One of your coaches is Brad Pickett, right?
That is correct, yeah.
The legend, One Punch.
Yeah, legend.
Did you watch him when he was in the UFC?
I did. I've known Brad since I was like 12 years old. So I watched him, but I also grew up with him at the same time.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah. Your win on Saturday came 10 years and 1 day after his last fight. His last career win, excuse me. February 27, 2016, over Francisco Rivera. Your win came 10 years and 1 day after his last win.
I did not know that as a 6'10".
Crazy, right?
Yeah, it's very crazy.
So you've taken the baton and going with it, which I love. And your story, like I said, just trying to learn more about you because this is the first time that we get a chance to speak to you. Is it true that you were, when you were young, when you were 11, you were hit by a car?
Yes, yeah, it is true.
What happened?
Yeah. What was I doing? I was out. I think I was out with some friends. And I was crossing what we have in the UK as a zebra crossing, right? Which is like a pedestrian walk that cars are supposed to stop for you. And as I'm about to cross, the car didn't stop.
Damn.
And it just hits me.
How bad was it?
Lucky, you know what? As martial arts saved my life, as in like, because I did martial arts, I knew how to break fall at the time. So I managed to break my fall, which I imagine saved me quite a lot of damage. I had like a little bit of like internal bleeding and stuff like that, but I'd like to think it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Wow. Traumatic. How long did it take for you to recover from all of that?
Quite a few months.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so you didn't do anything, right? Activity, sport, anything like that?
No, I had to take a lot of time out. I didn't go to school.
Wow.
Didn't go to much. Yeah, I didn't go training. I just had to recover.
Well, how much time did you miss from school, and what did you do instead?
I'm pretty sure I probably tried to miss more time than I needed to. But like a few weeks. My mum's a very strict Asian mum, so as soon as I could get up, I was back at school. But definitely a few weeks.
How much does she love all of this? Does she watch all your fights? Does she try to go to as many as possible? How is she towards you being a pro MMA fighter?
Yeah, she knew I wasn't going to be any good at school, so she's very happy, and my mom's very supportive. As long as I'm happy with doing what I'm doing, then she's happy.
If we would have spoken back in August when that fight against Charles Johnson happened, could you have ever predicted things would turn out this way just a few months later?
No, not at all. That's why I feel like I'm very blessed. Life is crazy,
What was your takeaway from that fight? What went wrong?
There's a few. Not taking anything away from Charles, he's a great fighter, but like I made mistakes. I stepped back with my hands down like an idiot, and so stuff like that. Working on inside boxing, getting comfortable, being a bit more in the pocket, so I'm not always having to be in and out all the time. Just a lot of stuff like that. I feel like I took away a lot from that fight.
Is that one you want back at some point?
Yeah, I'm definitely down. My overall goal is to get to the top, but I'd also like to get back in the process.
It's wild. He has a win over Joshua Van, and you, it's crazy, and yet you guys are at this point further along than him.
Yeah. Again,
it's a weird sport.
Yeah, it is a weird sport. Again, I'm very grateful.
How quickly do you want to return?
As soon as I can. Obviously, couple niggles here and there, and as soon as those are healed, I'm down to get back in there.
And maybe we have to give some love and credit to the great Ilia Topuria, who was on the Joe Rogan show, giving you love like a year ago or so, right? What was that like when you saw that? And this has been resurfaced now.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Like Ilia is one of my favorite fighters, and he was before I met him. And then to manage to meet him in London and him coming backstage before my fight in London was a dream come true. It was surreal.
You both share the same manager.
Yes, we both share. Jose Diaz.
Yeah. So was that the connection? Is that how you got on his radar?
I think so. Yeah. Jose, is probably talking about me, and then yeah.
When you saw that clip of him talking about you, saying that you're going to be a future star and all that, initially in the moment, I'm sure a bunch of people probably sent it to you, and it was a big deal. What did that make you feel like?
Yeah, it made me feel really cool.
Yeah.
But it sounded too much. It was cool to see,
Did he reach out to you after this win?
He hasn't.
Okay. I'm sure he will. And I'm sure he was watching. And I'm sure he's proud that you're making him look good. You're making his prophecy look very accurate.
I'll take that. Thank you.
Well, great to meet you. Congratulations. All the best. Continued success. And thank you, most importantly, for clearing up how to properly pronounce your name. Lon or Lonnie?
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you very much for having me.
Lovely. All the best to you. Thank you so much. And again, congratulations on the big win.
Thank you, sir.
There he is. Lonnie Kavanagh, huge win for him. Now ranked in the top 6 of the UFC's flyweight division. Amazing stuff. Really amazing. And very much looking forward to seeing his rise. Very much looking forward to seeing his rise. Let me get that right. Is it right? Yeah, 6. Well, he went from not ranked to 6th.
Big risk.
Big reward.
Fighting on short notice. Big reward, you know? Fighting in Mexico City against Brandon Moreno at elevation, unranked. Look, kudos to Brandon Moreno for taking on all comers too, but took a shot and deserves to have that ranking.
Yeah, and he looked so crisp. He looked so good fighting in the main event, fighting in what was a 5-round fight at elevation in Mexico City against a guy who is, so good and such a legend and has done it all and has seen it all. Really an impressive win. It's been a minute since we've seen someone take a risk like that and just completely change the trajectory of their career. And oh, by the way, coming off a knockout loss and his first pro loss to Charles Johnson, an amazing story, an amazing turn of events. He took the opportunity, he went for it, and ultimately, what's the worst that happens? All right, you lose to Brandon, and no one wants that. But look at the other side of the coin. Look at the byproduct. He's now ranked 6th. Brandon's ranked tied for 7th. He moved down. So there's Horiguchi there, Royval's there, Tyra, Manel, Pantoja. Interesting times, new blood, fresh faces at 125 pounds. In about 4 minutes' time, we're going to be joined by Aljamain Sterling. Speaking of our friends over at Arena Club, who we love so very much, here's our good friend Jordan Wahlberger posting on social media. Shout out to the homies at Uncrowned Combat and Arena Club. New York Rick, Ariel Helwani, Connor Burks. Look at that. We sent that to him, right?
We sent that to him. That was one of the ones we ripped on the UFC 324 watch party. Yeah, UFC 324 watch party. And he was one of the winners, and we sent him.
And that's an Umar Nurmagomedov, right?
That was an Umar, yeah. I think it was like a rookie card, but yeah.
There you go.
These are the cards that we're ripping. They're real. They're physical.
Yep.
And Arena Club sent them out.
That was one of the things people thought, like, are these NFTs? No, they're actual cards. You can house them there. Yeah.
See the actual grading.
Yeah. And you can have them sent to someone else. So real stuff. There's no gorillas having a pizza party here, all right?
Love the gorillas and the food. It's gorilla plus food item.
Because I always think of Darren Till and that Fugazi thing. Here's Jaya Pataya speaking to Chisanga Malata, our good friend. Is this a clip or what is this, a tweet?
We have a clip.
Okay. We were talking about the IBF telling him, hey, you got to make a decision. It's either us or Zuffa Boxing, which feels like a line in the sand. But here's Jai, who's on a bit of a media tour today. We didn't get the call. What's up with that? Jai getting doing an interview and saying perhaps that's much ado about nothing. Here it is.
Don't listen to everything you read on the internet. You should know that, bro. Like, people always jump into conclusions. People just want to make out like they know, so everyone fucking clicks on their thing. They don't know shit, bro.
Can I just say something? I like this fiery Jaya Pataya. I mean, the clip about Eddie, this clip right here, I do believe that the initial report came from someone who spoke to the IBF, but for whatever reason, it seems as though Jai is saying... So what is he saying? Is he saying that he can fight for both?
Here's the problem.
Yeah.
There is going to be a reckoning that comes, and he is going to probably not be able to carry the IBF belt. Unless we're all crazy and Zuffa is turning over a new leaf and all of a sudden their belt is allowed to exist alongside other belts, the proof is going to be in the pudding, and there will be a point where he's Zuffa champ potentially and not IBF. It's just going to be reality. I don't want to psychoanalyze, but I feel like there's frustration on his end, and I think he's aiming it at the wrong. I think he's aiming it at the wrong.
Because he was talking about unified, undisputed.
He kept talking about unified.
Yeah.
This is not how you unify the belts. Signing with Zuffa
and losing one of your belts. Yeah. It's
even
the opposite.
Even in the clip we played earlier about Eddie Hearn.
Yeah.
What was his big gripe with Eddie Hearn? What was the thing he said? Eddie didn't do me any favors. He didn't help me unify the belts.
Right. Right.
I don't know if signing with Zuffa Boxing is going to get you any closer to that,
Yeah, it's
unfortunately. Weird. It's very bizarre. Like, it's been one thing where, he signs with Zuffa Boxing, but then on the other side of it, he keeps talking about the exact same thing, which is these unification fights. You remember when he first signed, his manager came out and was like, they're going to allow us to unify? Nobody has said that. I've not heard anything from Zuffa Boxing saying that they're going to allow an IBF title to be, defended and unified with other sanctioning body belts. I don't know where it's coming from, but there is going to be a truth that happens after his fight, and then we're going to know.
This is a fun little storyline right here. This is a fun story. It's actually serving to kind of like, I don't know, promote the fight in a way, because there's no real heat on the actual fight. But anytime Jai fights, I'm watching. I don't care who he's fighting. See. But the problem is, I've wanted to see him fight Zurdo Ramirez.
Yeah.
Zurdo won in June, actually in the co-main of the Jake Paul Julio Cesar Chavez fight, and we thought that was it. Okay, that's the last one. They're all going to fight each other. Let's go unify the belts. And here we are. It's March. It's not happening. And this has been brewing. There was once a time where people wanted to see Chris Billum-Smith fight him. Like it's been going on forever. And he's been fighting a lot of no-name guys. And I thought we were close, but now Zurdo's fighting. He's fighting Cinco de Mayo weekend against David Benavidez, and Jai is fighting at the Apex on Sunday. Earlier in the day, as I was setting up that we'd be talking to Aljamain Sterling, I played a clip of him post-RAF win over Benson Henderson. He's going to be joining us hopefully in a matter of seconds. Let's re-rack that just to set the table here, because I saw this clip and I actually reached out to him and said, yo, this is great stuff. I love this. I love this from you. Here's Aljo afterwards, all fired up.
Give me my fucking shot. I deserve a shot at the title. OG versus OG. I'm smarter than all these dumb motherfuckers out there. Excuse my French, but Diego Lopez gets a fucking rematch and he goes out there and fights worse after actually doing decent in the first fight. It hurt him. And he can't figure out how to do a lateral step to cut off a fucking cage. Like, what are we even talking about? Like, yeah, I don't have knockout power. That's never been my game. I win with this. I'm smarter than a lot of these guys out there. So, like I said, I'm an OG of the game. Give me my fucking title shot. I'll put on a good show for the fans. I've been working on my striking, as people saw in this Brian Ortega fight. Give me my fucking shot. I've earned this. I've been around for a long time.
I love it. And like I said, that's like a 3-minute clip. Right after that, he says, not here for a long time, a good time. Hey, shout out to Michael Chandler. He says that, but I actually win my fights. And he looked straight down the barrel of the camera. And then he said, hey, man, not trying to hit you below the belt. Much love, much love. But he was fired up. He said, I'm on one right now. And so I love this from Aljamain Sterling. A quick reminder that on that same card that Lonnie Kavanagh lost to Charles Johnson, Aljamain Sterling last fought. That was against Brian Ortega. He won via unanimous decision. That fight went 5 rounds. Ortega looked in horrible shape as far as post weigh-in. Didn't know if he'd be able to fight. He ended up fighting, so kudos to him. Aljo got banged up afterwards, but seems like he's back and healthy because he competed this past weekend. RAF 6 this past Saturday. It was his debut, and he took the fight on very short notice after Chad Mendez withdrew, and he ended up going up against the former lightweight champion, Benson Henderson. He defeated him via technical fall. It was a very dominant win for him. Looked good. I think it happened at 170 pounds. It was thick, Aljo, but he looked good out there. And Merab talked to us afterwards about seeing him in action. Loved he came out with the backpack. It was a great look. It was a great time. So he seems like he's back to being 100% or close to 100%. And after seeing that, I was like, all right, here we go. But then after seeing the promo, I was like, I got to talk to him. I love this version of Aljo. And so without further ado, we say hello to our old friend, Aljamain Sterling, who's kind enough to join us right here. Now, there he is. Hello, Aljo. How are you?
I'm good. Life's good right now.
Have you calmed down? You were on fire there. I played the clip twice already. I love that. That was my favorite of all your promos over the years. That was top tier. That was number one. That 3 minutes where you just went off on everyone was incredible.
Yeah, I got a little fired up, so to speak. I don't know, man. Like, I'm not trying to get myself in trouble again, but I just want to fight and make money. I'm 36, I'm not getting any younger. I just want to freaking compete. If I'm going to get another chance, another opportunity to fight for a world title, I got to compete. I got to win. I got to keep winning. I got to keep proving my case. I'm not a fan favorite in the sense of the style, right? But I think a lot of people know who I am. So I got to do a little bit more work compared to some of these other guys, which is fine. It's always been the story of my career, and I'm willing to still continue to put in the work. But I just got to fight, though. So that's where it gets a bit frustrating, where you're sitting here asking for a fight, asking for a date. It kind of just keeps getting kicked down the road, and you're kind of wondering, well, is this by design? I hate to say it's by design, but I mean, it almost feels like it, right? So just kind of sitting around, getting old, and wasting my youth. That's kind of where I'm at.
So
I got a lot of good feedback on the interview, which was kind of funny. I was like, "What, you guys just like angry Aljo?"
It was just like you were spitting fire. You were concise, coherent, but it was passionate. I loved everything about it, and to be honest, I didn't disagree with anything that you said, which I don't always have to agree. But I thought like you made a lot of sense. I was wondering what prompted it in the moment. Like, did you know in the back of your mind, okay, I'm going to win this? There's going to be reporters there. I'm going to say this, or did someone say something to you? Like, where did that come from in that moment after a nice performance at RAF?
Well, the reporter asked me something, and it just triggered me. Like instantly, I was just like, I'm fucking angry. I'm not hurting for cash or anything like that, but I'm trying to make as much money as I can. This narrative of when you pay fighters more, they want to fight less. It's like, no. I want to try to make as much money as I can. So pay me more, and I'm going to still want to fight more. It's not like I just want to sit on my ass all day. I only get paid when I fight. But she asked me about like my next fight and whatever it was, and it just kind of just sparked this feeling that I've been pent up with for the past few months. I mean, my last fight was with Brian Ortega in Shanghai, China. They took 35% of my money in taxes, and I haven't fought since then. I had a very expensive wedding. Oh, that's your fault. Why? No one's telling you to do that. You're mismanaging your money. Bro, like I said, I am doing very well. I just want to make sure I'm making more. And it's okay to reward yourself. You work hard. Why not reward yourself? I gave my wife the wedding of our dreams, especially for her. And I just want to compete. So that's what kind of sparked that whole thing. There's been a lot of names on the list that have been floating around. I don't know who they're planning to give me. But like I said, I'm ready to fight whoever they put in front of me with. Like, I like all these guys. I've met them or hung out with them, partied with them, but it's not like my relationship with me and Marab, right? So unfortunately, it's just one of those situations where one of us going to have to win and one of us going to have to take a step back and then try to rebuild again. And if it's me, it's me. But I'm willing to put my foot forward and may the best man win. I'm out here to try to make more history.
I know you were banged up after the August fight, but given the fact that you competed this weekend and given what you're saying, you're good to go? You're 100%? Nothing stopping you from fighting?
Bro, I've been asking. I asked since November if I could fight in February.
Wow.
And then I was told that it would most likely be March. Okay, cool. Only a month pushback, right? Not too big a deal. And then I was here in April, and then I'm just like, bro, come on. And then I'm here potentially May in New Jersey. I'm just like, come on, bro, this is crazy. And the fans think it's me. Be more active. Be more active. I'm like, what do you think we want to do? There's only so many fight cards, so many fight spots. I can only fight so many guys within the top 5, top 10. So I'm at the mercy of just waiting. But it's like, I just want something definitive so I know how to proceed, right? I got a rum company where I'm doing this. I'm in China up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, making phone calls, setting up emails for rum samplings from my company and making sure all these other things are running while I'm still cutting weight and getting ready to fight Brian Ortega. It's like this. I'm doing a lot. I'm not just sitting on my ass, and I'm doing this full time and I'm fighting full time. I'm just trying to make the most out of my opportunity. Some guys, they have a little success and they kind of just want to ride off to the sunset, but I got that New York hustle, baby. So I ain't done yet. I ain't done.
One thing that you said in that clip that we played, like I said, it was like a really nice 3 minute.
30 minutes.
Yeah, no, it was great. 3 minutes or so, passionate answer, if you will. A couple questions spliced in there. Was they asked me for names, I give them names, then they give me other people. What the hell is going on here? So what do you think is happening? Like, do you think that they're trying to see who you want to fight who you're interested in fighting, and then they're going in the opposite direction? Oh, we might have lost him there. Did we lose him? All right. I said 30 minutes, and he said, I'm out. We'll reconnect with Aljo.
He's in a PI. They might have gotten to him.
That's what it was. All right. We'll reconnect with him in a moment. Obviously, one of the greatest bantamweights of all time. Most wins in UFC bantamweight history, 14. Former bantamweight champion, obviously. Tied with Merab, for most consecutive title defenses in bantamweight history, 3. Has won 11 of his last 13 fights. And has looked pretty good at 145 pounds. By the way, sign me up. I'll watch Aljamain Sterling against Alexander Volkanovski. I think there was probably more interest in that. There would be more interested in that than the Diego rematch, and that's no knock on Diego, just because we had seen it in Alex's last fight. Aljo versus Volk is a fun former champ versus current champ. Former champ moves up. Kind of the same thinking that I had with Kamaru Usman yesterday with the middleweight division. Don't hate it. Don't hate it at all. Obviously, I know that there's Lerone Murphy and Movsar Evloev coming up. That's rapidly approaching, by the way. That's in 2 weeks. Well, 2 weeks from this weekend. Rapidly approaching. So we'll get some clarity at 145. There's been some talk of him fighting John Silva. And I don't mind that as well. John Silva back on track now after losing to Diego Lopez. So I think that fight makes a lot of sense. He was also asked in that scrum about Aaron Pico fighting Patricio Pitbull, and he called it the Battle of the Bellasaurs. I think referring to the fact that they're, Patricio a little bit older, saying didn't quite work out maybe the way some people thought when these guys came over. Is he coming? We have him? Yeah. Okay. All right. The quote was, these guys have asked me for opponents who I want to fight, and then they give me somebody the complete opposite because they want to see me lose. That's my perspective, end quote. I mean, it's a wild thing. Hey, who do you want to fight? This guy, that guy. All right, cool. Now we know who not to give you. How about this guy? That is a wild thing. He's done well for himself in that grappling, wrestling, jiu-jitsu world. He's had 5 of those matches since September of 2023, so about 2.5 years' time. During that same stretch, he's fought in the UFC 3 times. So like Arman Tsarukyan, the side quests, and I know there's less that goes into it, training camps. I mean, these guys can essentially take a call this weekend and say, hey, you want to fight in a week? Sure. Or grapple or wrestle or have a jiu-jitsu match in a week. It's different. I get that. You could do it almost every week, especially if there's no cutting weight. But even if there is cutting weight, you could do it at any point. In fact, speaking of cutting weight, at the media availability over the weekend, heading into RAF, this is what Aljo had to say about cutting weight.
I think it should be gone, man. I think the best way to do is to do same day weigh-ins. You won't get these guys blowing up and doing these.
Tell them again, please.
Cuts. It doesn't make any sense. If we know we can make the weight, why are we killing ourselves to cut the weight and then taking more trauma? You're better off seeing who's the better, more skilled athlete the day of, even a couple hours before the match. You can have a light bite before your match, like a jiu-jitsu tournament, like a wrestling tournament. And then you go and compete instead of trying to figure out who can rehydrate the best. And then you got to make all these excuses. This is why I like the same day weigh-ins, because we're all competing close to our natural weight. I'm not cutting anything, maybe a pound or two. So I think this is the way that the format should go. And these doctors that think they know better, you don't know shit.
All right, he's back. There he is, the man who you just saw speaking. Welcome back, Aljo. I wanted to ask you about the question that I was asking you before we lost you, and that was, you said in the scrum, essentially, paraphrasing, they ask me who I want to fight, and then they give me someone else. Are they trying to see who I like and then not offer me those guys and try to get me to lose? Can I ask you about that? Is that a genuine feeling that you have?
Yeah, I mean, why else would you do that? I mean,
I'm not saying anything outlandish. Like, this should not get me in trouble, but somehow I know it probably will. But you can't ask somebody who they want to fight when they give you the name and you're kind of like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then you give them someone completely opposite. Like, it's doesn't make any sense. Like, the math don't make sense. I don't want to say that's what it is, but fuck.
Does it happen a lot? Has that happened a bunch?
A couple of times.
Has it happened recently?
The one that I for sure remember is when I called out when I was asked who I want to fight. I just had surgery after the Pedro Munoz fight. And they were asking, maybe this was like a few months after, and I was kind of getting ready to come back. And they asked who I would want to fight. And I said it was between Petr Yan, Corey Sandhagen, or Marlon Moraes rematch. And I was like, can I be honest? Marlon Moraes, I would love to face him after I beat the next guy for the world title for redemption, because the storyline is just great. Because this is just me. I'm feeling myself. I know I'm on one. I know how good I am, how many guys I've beaten already, and I'm confident. So I'm like, I will face Marlon Moraes for a title shot opportunity and redeem myself and show that fight was as fluky as it gets and should have never happened. Whatever. And then I said, Corey Sandhagen, he moves a lot, blah, blah, blah. I think this is a tough fight. And I said, Petr Yan's the guy who stands right in front of you and he just lets you beat him up until whatever. I was like, that's an easy guy to take down from a style like mine. I was like, I would love to face the boogeyman. And that's what I said. I was like, let me face the boogeyman and Petr Yan. And I was thinking like that was going to happen. And then I got offered Corey Sandhagen. I was like,
and do you feel like, go ahead.
I was just saying that was a tough fight for me. Like, stylistically, he could grapple a bit. He's tall. He's a big dude. And I just thought that would have been a much tougher fight stylistically. And I think they kind of gave me Yan because they probably thought Yan was just going to beat me down. And then the first fight went the way that it went. So by no means was it a blowout the way I envisioned it. And I've explained that multiple times. I just really botched the weight rehydration, which I hate, cutting all that weight. And then my first title shot opportunity, I just didn't realize the time I was fighting. So it felt like I was still cutting weight. I barely ate that day. And I was just low on energy and had a great morning shakeout. Energetic as hell. I had 2 eggs and then it was just shit. Like, I fucked it up and Petr Yan did his job and he was on his way to winning that fight to, of course, the infamous knee. And I got a chance to redeem myself. So yeah, that's that whole saga.
Right now, as you're trying to navigate, getting back into the title picture and fighting for the 145 belt, are you involved in that process where you're naming names and they're offering other people? Is that what prompted it on Saturday?
Not so much. Not so much. It was just more so speaking from my experiences and things like that, and what's been, I guess, bugging me a bit. But it wasn't anything like that. It was just more so because I could be honest. I tell the truth. But there's been no moment where they've asked me who I want to fight for this, that. The Brian Ortega fight took forever to happen because I can't tell you why they didn't offer me that fight. We do have the same manager, so there's probably something with that. Maybe just wasn't the fight that they wanted. Wasn't the fight I necessarily wanted either. But like I said, I'm in a position where I'm coming up from 35. All these guys I'm friendly and cordial with or trained with. But now I'm in a position where I got to fight these guys because they're ahead of me. And Ortega just happened to be the highest ranked guy, which is why I called him out. Now Yair Rodriguez is the next highest ranked guy outside of Lerone Murphy and Mosar. So I just partied with him in Houston, had a great time. He's an amazing guy. But again, it's just one of those things. If I got to fight him, I got to fight him if I want to go forward. Otherwise, what the hell am I even doing? I might as well go into the friend business and just the Ultimate Friend Championships and just be friends with all these guys. So yeah, that's what I'm at.
Right now, who are they offering you?
I haven't been offered anybody. Well, they did offer me Zalal, but that was for April. But then we're cool too, so I hit him up. I was like, "Damn, they're gonna have the brothers fighting each other." Yeah. And he was like, "Well, I can't fight in April because he has Ramadan, and he thinks it's too soon." But I'm like, dude, you know how many things I had to do that was not things I wanted to do, and I got forced let me not say let me change my adjectives. And I got compelled into doing certain things that I didn't quite necessarily want to do. So shit, it'd be nice for me to get something that I want for once. Again, I don't mind waiting. It's just I don't want to fight once this year again, like the last 2 years or last year. I fought in August. I'm not trying to wait till May to fight. Doesn't make any sense.
If it was up to you, who's the opponent and when's the date?
If it was up to me in a perfect world, everyone was healthy. I think the most logical matchup for me would be Yair Rodriguez in April in Miami. Two guys, one guy's a former champion, one guy's fought for the belt, one guy was an interim champion. I think it just makes sense for both of our careers and what we've done and where we're at currently in our careers. And it's a fight where it means something. It's like, I want to fight fights that mean something as well. So there's something to that also for me. But at the same time, I just want to fight because I'm going to get paid the same whether I fight an unranked guy versus a ranked guy. But if there's going to be a fight that's going to push me towards the title, I'd rather fight the next highest ranked guy. So it makes me undeniable. And I earned it, right? So it would be Yair Rodriguez, respectfully. And I think it's a fun fight. Two guys who've been around the sport for a very long time, both of us former champions. And we both get gains out of it. It's like he has an opportunity to be a champion, and I have an opportunity to be a champion in his own right. So it's a meaningful fight. That's how I look at it.
And so when you're watching Diego get another crack at the belt, and I know you fought before, but this is a new, weight class. What are you thinking on that night in early February when you're seeing him get a second crack? What was your feeling?
I thought I said everything, but listen, I'm not one to knock a guy for taking opportunities given to him, right? But call it what it is. Like he had a second opportunity that was relatively undeserved. Yeah, you could say you beat a hot surging prospect, but there's other guys who are more deserving. And I'm not saying it had to be me, but Mosar should have been a shoe-in. Lerone Murphy could have been a next shoe-in. And I could have been the next guy in line, or give me an opportunity to fight a guy like Diego Lopez. And then we figure it out. And for him to go right back to a title shot opportunity after Volk didn't even get to fight anybody else. And Volk's getting ready to retire. So there's like a whole lot that goes into it. But kudos to Diego. He's done enough work where he's got the clout and the recognition from the UFC and the fan base where they're giving him all these opportunities. Not necessarily the merit, but he's getting these opportunities. And who can knock him? It's good for him. I'm never going to cry or be sad about another guy getting an opportunity, getting a shake. He's making money. He's providing for himself and his family. And he's a good dude. But I said, again, I would like to fight the next highest ranked guy and try my chances to get the upset and get the win and insert myself in that conversation. I'm not here to fight just to fight. I want to fight meaningful fights. Like Henry talked about this in his retirement, like for him to come back and take so many losses, like he kind of regrets that, and I don't want to be one of those guys where I'm beating up my legacy and everything that I've done and earned. My stats speak for themselves in the history books, but for me to continue to fight and be a stepping stone for these younger guys and not have a potential, like if I can't compete, I don't want to do it. But right now I can compete and I'm getting better. So I want to make the most of that and see what I could do. Maybe I get my first knockout over somebody. I don't know. So, and maybe my second knockdown, but this is kind of the way I look at everything. Right now, I'm enjoying life and trying to make the most of it and doing what I can and control what I can. And if there's any advice I could give these younger guys is control what you can, because this sport can make you bitter and can make you sour really, really quick. So don't let it. Take it for what it is. Remember why you got into the sport and take advantage of those things and hold that true and dear to you. Because again, this sport can make you sour really, really quick when you get to a position like this. And again, it's not. I don't think what the UFC is doing is intentional. So I don't want people to think that I'm biting the hand that feeds me. I'm just expressing how it comes off and how it feels to not only myself but a lot of other fighters who I talk with, and a lot of guys feel the same way.
Are you starting to feel that the end is like somewhere? Like, is that why you're feeling this way a little bit? Like you're not going to be able to fight forever. Are you starting to see the end and you want to make the most of your time?
Yeah, that's really what it is. I mean, how many more walks do I realistically have? When I first got into the sport, I remember that first rift that I got into with the UFC over fighter pay. And it was because I would have made more money being a physical education teacher in New York with my degree and coaching versus how many fights I was getting. It was just taking so long. Like you come in with this aspiration, I can come in, I can fight as much as I want, try to make as much money as fast as I can. I'm finishing guys. I'm not getting a bonus. So yeah, it kind of starts to weigh on you a bit, and you start to think all these other stuff like, did I make the right choice? You know, like, thankfully it worked out, right? I mean, there's so many other guys who've come up short and have not even half the fraction of success that I was able to amount to. So I'm very blessed in that regards, and I will never take that for granted. And the UFC has given me an opportunity to see the world and do so many great things. And even like with the rum company and everything that I've been able to start with my own money, it's I'll never take any of that for granted, but that's why I'm just like, I don't know how many more walks I have left. And that's why I've been trying to do so much, because I want to set records. How many fights can I have with the company? How many wins can I get within the company? Like, those are things, are milestones that not everyone's going to be able to do. And to be with this company since 2014, bro, like I didn't stay here by accident. You know, I kind of know what I'm doing when I get in there. So I want to take advantage of those walks, get a couple more shirts, the walkout jerseys, the kits and everything, and meet more fans and do more fan experience stuff. Because when this is done, that's it. You know, I'm not going to be that guy who comes back and is doing all these wacky, and I don't want to not call it wacky, but I don't want to become doing all these one-off odd job stuff. Like, I'm hoping that I can retire with the UFC and this will be it. And I get a nice send-off the right way. And it sucks because, again, I'm 36 and I'm taking it one fight at a time. The next one could end up being my last. I'm hoping it's not. But again, one fight at a time. Just if I can compete, I'm going to compete. If I can't compete and there's things that I cannot do to get better, then what am I even doing this for? Like, I got enough money. I'm happy. I'm content. This money is just icing on the cake for my family to help out wherever I can help out. So that's Aljamain Sterling in a nutshell.
You've been in the UFC for well over a decade, former champion, all that stuff. Just curious, when you saw Conor Benn get $15 million from Zuffa Boxing, what did you think?
The first thoughts were, I was like, are you kidding me? I don't even know who this guy is. But now I know who he is because a lot of the UK fans were educating me on who he is and all the fights. His dad is very popular and whatnot and very well known. Kudos to him. I don't think there's any UFC fighter who can ever say they got $15 million for one fight.
A co-main as well. Co-main. Non-title fight.
I don't get it. Like, if we're comparing the process, right? You have a UFC platform, you have the boxing Zuffa. What are they selling that's different with the product? You're selling advertising spots. You're selling advertising spots over here as well. Like, what actually changes? Is this guy selling a shit ton of merchandise? Like, I just try to make everything make sense and be fair with the comparison. But how does that guy drive and generate $15 million plus in excess? When you start to think about these things from a logical standpoint, it makes it a little bit easier to question and kind of like not just talking shit, where you're actually like trying to understand, like, yeah, like, help me understand this process and how we got here. Like, good for him. Like, I'm not going to knock another man, but you got to imagine, like, a lot of fighters have been pretty, like, irritated by that. And rightfully so. It's like, well, how does this one guy, like, obviously the fighter ourselves, like, not everyone's going to be demanding and commanding $15 million. But, I mean, come on, $7.7 billion. I mean, come on. Are we not going to talk about that? That's kind of where I'm at.
Eddie Hearn, who was his promoter, he was promoting Conor Benn for quite some time. He was the one that Conor left. There's a bit of a thing going on with him and Dana. Before all of this popped off, Eddie said, like, there's going to be a revolt from the UFC fighters because the boxers are going to get more and the UFC fighters are going to say what you said, what MVP has said, what Sean O'Malley has said, like, yo, wait a second. Do you think anything's going to come of this, or do you think it's just going to be a few, like, interviews, podcasts, this and that, and that will be it. Because you're right. Everything you're saying is 1,000% right. It's apples and oranges. Plus, Zuffa isn't making the type of money that the UFC is making, and you guys are way more competent. And I like Conor a lot, but you just have to call it straight. Do you think anything comes of this, or do you think it's just, people reacting and that's it?
I mean, who's to say what's going to come out of this? It's really hard. We're in a sport where these guys are so selfish that I don't think these fighters they can't get out of their own way to want to help themselves move forward. So I don't foresee anything necessarily changing. You'll see a lot of guys bitching and complaining about it. And you'll hear a lot of other people saying, well, you signed a contract. Well, you negotiated this. It was like, yo, there is no negotiating. Like, why do these guys keep thinking that? Like, it's you want to be here or not. And that's why I'm okay. Because it's like, I'm okay with being here because there is no other place for us to go. So when you have only one option, you do your job as best as you can and hope to continue to keep making money as best as you can. And hopefully make as much money as you can outside of fighting. And that's the best advice I could give these guys. Because again, these fighters, they're not going to get out of their own way to want to band together to make a change, to make a stance. Hurrah. These guys aren't doing that. So it's a very selfish sport. The business model is going to be this business model for as long as I can foresee it, because it takes and starts with the fighters to want to make a change, right? And another guy will come in and do it for free. You hear guys constantly post, "I'll fight for free." It's like, what are you guys, brain dead? You're not even in the UFC yet where you're not even halfway through your career where you took a lot of brain trauma to be talking that stupid. It's fascinating, but I think that's where it will end. And it's unfortunate, but that's just the name of the game. Like I said, can things be better? Of course. I didn't get a new deal from the $7.7 billion. A lot of these guys trying to say, oh, you guys are going to be getting paid. I'm like, where? Show me where. Show me one guy who's gotten a better deal, higher pay because of what they got. This is for them. That's not for us. We got to fight. We got to win. I think MVP said it right. Sean Strickland said it right. O'Malley said it right. And even when the lead up between O'Malley and I, we talked, I think it was the Aiden Ross one. And I was like, imagine you. And of course, everyone knows the build up and the lead up to that fight, whatever. I took the fight, my fault. But I asked him, I was like, for you to do all this clown show stuff, dye your hair, tattoo your eyebrows and all this weird shit to market yourself. He's like, yeah, that's why I'm doing it. And then you hear him on his podcast recently. He's like, he feels for himself where he's like, dude, I did all this stuff and I'm doing all this work, and this guy is coming in and getting 15 M's. And it's like, what am I doing all this for? And that was my point to him. It's like, yo, you kind of sold your soul thinking that it's going to be this glorious thing, and it's not. And then you get this reality check eventually when things are no longer going your way. Of course, he won his last fight, so it's good for him. But I think you start to realize, it's not what I thought it was going to be. And it's unfortunate. It's like, I don't want to have to go outside myself to be this person. I'm good with playing a character. Characters are fun. I grew up in the WWE. There's nothing wrong with that. But when I got to do all this other stuff to, tattoo my eyebrow, piercing this, and I don't want to have to be that guy. And it's unfortunate that some guys feel like they have to do things like that. Unless you're comfortable doing it and for the rest of your life you can live with yourself with that, okay, cool. But at the end of the day, you have to be the one to make that decision. So it's just interesting to hear how people are starting to wake up and see some of these things and notice. And that's why I go back to say, it's like, dude, I know I can't change anything, but I know I can just keep winning, stay in my lane, and use the money that I can as best as I can. And at the end of the day, I'm grateful that I even have an opportunity and a platform to fight for. And sorry for the long rant, but
no,
that's where I'm at.
I'm fascinated by this stuff. And the thing that you just said there at the end reminded me of two things that have come up recently, two examples. Number one, your good friend, training partner, friend for life, ally Quinta, right after Justin Gaethje was talking about not getting a pay raise, he posted a conversation that they had some 6, 7, 8 years ago. And it's the classic example of and the conversation was basically like, hey man, let's work together to try to get the best deal to fight each other. And what Justin said to him in the DM was, nah, man, I'm good. You look out for you, I'll look out for me. And now, sometime later, he's there saying, you know what? I don't even have $1 million in bonuses. Like, you guys talk about the bonuses. Like, what? I'm not getting more money. Daniel Cormier said I'm getting more money. I'm not getting more money. And so it reminded me of that. And then the other thing that you just said reminded me of a conversation that Max Holloway and Demetrius Johnson just had. I don't know if you saw this clip where Max,
I didn't see this one.
kudos to Max. He said the thing that pissed him off is a couple years ago, there was talk of John Jones and Francis Ngannou fighting. And John Jones said he wanted $10 million to fight Francis Ngannou. This was like 2020 or so. And Derek Lewis came out and said, $10 million, give me $1 million and I'll fight him, right? And Max is like, man, you're going against your brother here. Like, you should all be in this together.
Get it. They don't get it. They don't get it. And it's like the sponsorship guy that comes in, who's back then when sponsorship was big for MMA. And you can get 20, 30, 40 grand from a sponsor. And then you have another guy coming in and he'll go, I'll do it for 5 or I'll do it for 10. And then you get some of these managers who come in. It's like, I'll give you a bunch of guys. I'll take that 50 or I'll even do it for 20 and I'll split it up between multiple guys and they'll be so happy and so grateful. And then you do this, the bar is here and you keep doing this. And the managers think that they're doing a good job. The fighters think that they're doing a good job. And it's like, you guys are devaluing all of us by doing this such undercutting. You guys are cutting out the legs from each other, crab in the barrel mentality. But I understand when you're broke, you're willing to do anything. And that's the mentality that has to change. You get to the UFC, hold yourself up here. There was sometimes we'll have training sessions, we'll have some guys and they'll geek out when they see all these other fighters. And I go, bro, you're in the show. Act like you fucking been here before. Even if you haven't been here before and it's your first time, have some fucking class and decency and hold yourself up to a higher standard. You're here. Be that guy. Don't be a prick and be arrogant, but be that guy. Don't be this guy who's belittling himself to, like, there's a certain way to do certain things. And I think my personal experience, just because I've been around the block for such a long time and I see these things time and time again. And when a guy tries to devalue me, you know what I say? Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity, but we're not seeing eye to eye on this. You could go find somebody else that's willing to do X, Y, and Z for you. Because I'm not going to belittle myself and devalue myself because I know my worth. And yeah, so this guy's saying I'm willing to do it for $1 million when this guy wants 10. And it's like, well, shit, maybe I should be asking for more money. Why am I asking for 90% reduction instead of realizing like, oh, I'm the product too. I could possibly do it for something very, very close to that. And that's the difference in the mentality. It's like, you rather tear this guy down and say, I do it for this. And that only helps who? The guy's cutting the check. It's I don't get it. It's like, respectfully, fighters, you guys are not very bright. And I thought it was getting better because there's a lot more college educated guys coming out and doing this sport. But the mass majority of guys, like overall on average, we're not the brightest bunch. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm this Einstein guy, but I know I know I can learn from other people's mistakes and read the room. And I could go very, very far in depth with this, but Ali Quinta had a point. John Jones had a point. And once everyone I'm going to stop there.
All right.
I'm going to stop there.
I'll just add, I think you know this, but we were looking at it. Since September of 2023, you've competed in 5 wrestling, grappling, jiu-jitsu matches and 3 UFC fights.
Is that not crazy?
Yeah. I think that's a little bit telling. Now, I know that you can get a call today and compete in a grappling match in a week, but like that's your main job, right? I don't think the side quest should outweigh the main job, especially as you say, you're healthy and ready to go. I did want to ask you about the weight cut thing. You competed at 170 on Saturday. Am I right about that?
Yeah.
And how did that feel? That's wild considering we knew you like for the most part as a 135er. How did that feel? And is there a chance you may even go higher? Are you going to 55 by the time this is done?
For fighting?
Yeah.
Nah,
okay.
Those guys are big, man.
170 is crazy.
I could fight at 155 if there was like same day weigh-ins.
Yeah, saw you talking about that.
I wouldn't be as dehydrated. But honestly, same day weigh-ins, you probably need like a 165 weight class because 155 is a little too much. Unless I could do a really good job of dieting, but I'm so lean to do 155 would even be tough. I probably end up if the weight class stayed the same, I probably end up at 170. But it was I thought it was a good experience, and Raph did such a good job. Some of the athletes were complaining, were like, "Yo, do the day before." I'm like, "Nah, dude. Why do you guys are infatuated with cutting weight? Just wrestle and have fun. Have fun." When we do the Olympics, the Olympic trials and the world teams and all these big qualifying tournaments, these guys do the day of. So why do you guys want to do the day before? This is not a fight. Like, so you can blow up and get really, really big, stay disciplined, cut the weight if you want to cut the weight. And if not, have fun with it. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do 170. So I'm just here for a good time. I would do more of these matches. I got offered something with Karate Combat in Moscow, but because it's so much later in March, and then I'm potentially going to be fighting, and I'm being told I'm going to be fighting. So I keep training. I just don't want to put myself in a position where I'm gone for X amount of time, and then I don't have the preparation time that I need, right? In the sense of game planning and stuff like that. So I got to be a little bit smart and pick and choose when I'm doing these. So we'll see when I get to compete again. But yeah, I competed more in those matchups than I did in fights, which is, says a lot. But I don't mind it. I mean, I'm making money. I would rather make more money by fighting. But I guess it's probably harder to keep a guy like me active because I get paid a lot more than these contender guys who are coming in. If you follow the trend, it seems like the older guys fighting these contender guys are getting paid significantly less. And if you start pushing out these older guys, like you still need some name recognition value, but it's a brilliant model in the sense of like, well, we could pay these guys so much less than a guy like me and have these guys fight way more often. And our cap is so much lower than having like a guy like myself or an Ige or maybe a Lopez or Yair Rodriguez, having guys like us fight more often where we're getting paid a lot more, where now that budget is getting a little bit higher. So I look at things from multiple perspectives to try to understand, and I can get both sides. I'm a fighter. I'm on the fighter side, and I can also get the business side of things.
I'll let you go in a moment, but just curious, since you were there and it's been such a hot topic the last couple of days, Giorgio Poulos, Arman Sarukian, do you have a take on who is in the right, who is in the wrong? Was it warranted? Should it have been a DQ? You're the expert. What do you think about all of this that happened on Saturday?
Damn, I'm the expert.
You are the expert. You're the guy.
I'm the DQ expert now.
No. Sorry, you're the wrestling expert. I'll admit, like they're talking points, 4 points. What? It's not my world. I like it. I'm enjoying. I like what RAF is doing a lot. I keep saying that, but it's not my world. So I'm curious what you think about it.
Wrestling is a very chippy sport. It gets physical. You see guys like Burroughs, Chad Mendez, Michael Chandler, all these guys who compete in wrestling, we all know what it is. Guys are headbutting each other. Guys are clubbing each other. You know what we do? We do it right back. So I understand where Arman's coming from. I just don't think he was in the right to punch him. You could say he deserved it. Okay. But it comes off like being a bully, you know? And I respect Arman a lot, but I can't really respect that because it's like, dude, you know you could beat this guy's ass. It's like, why'd you have to punch him and then knee him? I just thought it was a little too far. He could have pushed him, and then he could have tried to get up, and he could have pushed him down again. Like, there was so many different things he could have done. He slapped him in the match right back, and kind of like, it was almost like close hands. So I thought he got his revenge already. Won the match. I don't know, man. I get the hostility. Oh, he was being a dick. But at the same time, it's like, was he though? Or is that just a strategy of wrestling, trying to get in someone's head by using some heavy collar ties? I don't know. I mean, Arman is Arman. We kind of see a trend with how he is. He's a hothead, man. And I just think he could have handled that a little bit better. I'm not mad that. I just think because there's so much kids, you almost like promote that with these younger kids where if you're losing or even if you're winning, is you almost like you take the sore winner approach and you violate the guy even after violating him. You beat him, you violate him. You smack him, you violate him. And then you punch him to violate him even more when you're the professional fighter ranked contender in the world, should be fighting for a world title. It kind of comes off as being a bully, and it's almost promoting that with kids. And I just hope it doesn't send the wrong message, but I think it will. And I don't know what you do in a situation like that, because he's a very notable name. Great for Raf to help him promote the organization and build wrestling. But I think we could do without stuff like that. And I don't know, man. It was kind of shitty to see him do that, because I was like, bro, you got the win. You could even like teabagged him with a Generation X. When he pushed him down, he got on top of him. He could have there's just so many different things he could have did to.
It got physical. The pokes, the slaps. It got really physical, right?
Yeah, but again, this happens in wrestling all the time. So
Yeah.
I can't say Georgie was just doing it to be a shithead. But even if he was, you clubbed him back, you slapped him back, so we're even. You got the points from the match, so we're even. Then you win the match. You're here now. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's great promotion and publicity for Raf, but in the sense of just the kids, man, that's more my concern. It's just we want to promote younger generation to be good people, and I think that's the part that kind of slipped through the cracks with that.
Okay, last one. Before it's all said and done, Aljamain Sterling will fight for the featherweight title.
100%. This is the plan. Inshallah, in Jesus' name.
I was going to say, did you convert? Did I miss something? Or you're just calling upon all the gods?
All the gods. All the gods that everyone's prays to. I pray to God. I pray to Jesus Christ. Not Jesus Christ, God. The Almighty Father. That's it for me.
So you feel like that will happen. You feel like you won't be denied at some point. Do you have a feeling when? 26, 27?
Hopefully 2026.
Okay.
I think if I get the right matchup, I think I'll be hard to deny.
So one more matchup.
Yeah, I just think it really depends on the matchup. So give me the next best guy, and if I'm good enough, I'll win. And if not, then I'll dust myself off and reevaluate and see if it's something I want to continue to pursue. But right now, I'm in a good spot. I got a great team that I've been working with out here. I think people got to see how well my striking has developed, how much more comfortable I can switch it up. I can get funky, I can be unorthodox, and I can also sit in the pocket and trade if I need to. And smart trading, not just sitting there going blow for blow. So yeah, I'm happy, comfortable, and I think we will see at least one more title shot opportunity. And when it's all said and done, I believe I will be a 2-division champion and go down as one of the greatest of all time in this sport.
By the way, okay, one word, Mosar Lerone. Who do you got?
I know these guys have trained with each other before. I don't know how good Lerone Murphy's takedown defense really is, but I know on the feet with the striking, he will be able to expose Mozart's weakness in that area, his deficiencies. But can he actually keep him off of him for 25 minutes? I'm not really sure. And I can see him starting to get stronger in the later rounds. So I lean towards Mozart getting the job done. But I would not be surprised if Lerone could pull out a hat trick and land something of significance where he could potentially knock him out, because it looked like he posted that picture or whatever. He knocked him out in training before. And obviously training is training. Sometimes you try stuff and you get caught. But you did it once. It could be something that could potentially be in the back of Mozart's mind, depending on how that actually happened. So I'm very intrigued to see how that match plays out. So I'm not going to London anymore. I heard rumblings from multiple people that Gene was going to be the backup fighter for that. So for me to go out there to just cut weight, then it doesn't make any sense for me. So
are they offering Gene now?
No, that's what I heard from a few different people.
No, to you. Are they offering him to you?
No, they haven't offered him.
Okay.
To me, so
all right.
He's actually here now. We're actually in the cafeteria.
Shit! Call him over.
He's out there somewhere.
Yeah.
In the cafeteria.
All right.
But we'll see. Whoever they give me, I'm ready. And if you haven't yet, go buy yourself a bottle of Funk Harbor rum.
Hell yeah! There it is. Look at that chain. Also, check out the weekly scraps, Funkmaster MMA on YouTube. The guy was on fire. I mean, he was dropping Bellasaurs. He caught Chandler with a stray, and then I think 10 seconds later you sort of felt bad about it. So you kind of, but you were like, you were on fire. You were looking jacked out there. You had the singlet on. It was a great look. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that. Someone was like, "Why you talking all that shit?" I was like, "Dude, I was just telling the truth." I was like, "I apologize for the strays." I was like, "But they were relevant." I was like, "Chandler had a great bar." I was like, "I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time." Like that's the same thing. It's like, except
you win. You said it.
Winning.
But then you felt bad like 15 seconds later. So I think you.
Yeah, because I know it's gonna come off like, oh, what a dickhead. It's like, why are you bringing my name into this? But it's like, I don't know. It wasn't intentional. It's just the reference.
I got you. You're the man, Aljo. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Go check out Funk Harbor Rum. Great stuff. We love it here. And check out the pod, the YouTube channel as well, the Instagram. The content is great. Appreciate you very much, my man. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
There he is, the one and only Aljamain Sterling, on fire. And one of the guys that I love to speak to because he speaks his mind. And I'm not going to say consequences be damned, but he tells it like it is. And there's a few guys right now who are telling it like it is. One of them dudes is Sugar Sean O'Malley, who was in the chat. Is it legit, Sugar? Oh, there he is.
100% legit.
Now, it could be someone acting as Sugar.
Yeah, like the channel is legit.
Wait, let me see the first one. First one, he says, chill. I think because
Aljo said he sold.
I think Sugar's just watching the show, and now all of a sudden, Sugar gets a bit of a stray as well. And then there's some reactions. Yeah, bro said I sold my soul. Sean, you struggling, bro? Yes. What's the next one? I said hello to him, and he said, "What up, Bunk? You that bored? You have to come into the chat." No, Aljo's saying lots of good stuff. There you go. Should I ask him if it's him?
Here's my favorite one.
Yeah.
Ready?
Which one?
This one.
O'Malley versus Yan is what I want to see next. Haha. Romeo, I thought the same. Call Sugar. Peter too scared. Why is that the best one?
You're saying Yan don't want it.
Oh, okay. All right. You think so? I mean, I feel like yesterday Yan wanted it. That was the impression I got.
That's from Sean O'Malley. That's not from me.
Oh, he said it's me, Unc. I said, is that you?
When he put the question mark and then jokes, I felt like it was actually. I feel like that's how he talks.
Yeah, it's definitely how he talks.
That's amazing.
Shout out to Sean O'Malley. I feel like the Sean O'Malley, Aljamain Sterling relationship is an interesting one. I like when they're on side together. But then there's also a little bit of digs, but then there's
it's good. Frenemies.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
But Sean, right now, MVP, Aljo, Max,
Strickland's
messaging gets a bit lost, with the other stuff.
No, he was pretty transparent with it.
He had the one video where he was very clear with
Did you guys see that Max clip? I thought Max put it brilliantly. Yeah. I thought he put it brilliantly. And it would drive me nuts. Could you imagine you're out there and you're John Jones, right? You're John Jones.
Yeah.
And you're out there saying, yo, pay me. You want me to fight this beast at heavyweight? This is before John fought as a heavyweight. You want me to fight this guy? Cool. Pay me 10 mil. 10 mil was nothing to them. It's still nothing, very clearly. And then there's Derek Lewis out there saying 10 mil, give me a mil. Like, what? Imagine having your legs cut off like that.
Okay, yes.
No, you don't do that. This is, by the way, this is exhibit 3,458 as to why they will never come together. This mindset. So I'm not surprised by it, but if I'm John Jones, I'm like, yo, man, come on.
That's life-changing money for certain guys, though. You can't fault the guy who goes,
you're not involved. Don't volunteer and say, knowing very well that the UFC will take you up on that offer when I'm trying to get mine. This doesn't pertain to you. It's not like it's a 2-horse race and we're trying to decide. It was Francis versus Derek wasn't in the running at that time. They had one fight. It wasn't very good. There was no interest in doing it again. So why are you raising your hand? It's just the mentality of I'll do this for free. I'll do this for peanuts. I'll do this for 1/10 the price while you're out there grinding and involved in negotiations. It doesn't concern you. It's not your deal.
To your point,
it's not your business.
This is why they won't come together.
Yeah, this is it.
Oh, you were going to join up with them? Well, we'll just give you a title shot. How does that sound? And we'll pay you X amount of money.
Yep.
Okay, I'm not going to link up with them. I'm gonna
Okay,
get
do
my
we
title
feel
shot.
differently about it if he doesn't raise his hand, if they come to him and offer it to him?
It's different if they come and say, like, look, we can't do a deal with John and we're going to offer you $1 million to fight this guy. Cool. But that's not what happened. That was him sitting there being like, shoot, 10 milli, I'll take $1 million. No, man. That's just the mentality of like, this doesn't pertain to you. There was no talk of Derek fighting Francis. Stay out of it. Stay out of it. Let John get his money. It's just, imagine if we were out there trying to negotiate something like that and someone's like, oh, I'll do the show for 1/5 the price. And someone's like, oh, well, now that you mention it, that's a pretty good deal. You know what I mean? It's just...
I wouldn't love it, but that's...
I liked what Max said to DJ because it was like, hey, this is exhibit whatever as to why it will never happen. This mentality. And he was like, yo, stop doing this. Which, by the way, Max isn't usually that guy, right? Like, he's not usually the guy to talk about this stuff. There are some guys who like talking about it. I don't feel like he does it a lot. Maybe I'm missing stuff. And so when he said it to me, it was like, this is very profound and astute. So I liked it. But, you know, it's hard to argue with. Actually, when the Conor Ben thing happened while I was away, I saw in my Instagram comments, Aljo saying, like, I don't know who this is. Now, that's not an indication that Conor doesn't deserve the money. And it's unfortunate that he becomes sort of like the poster boy of this, but he benefits from the fact that there's a war going on. And as I've said before, in the UFC doesn't have to, in the MMA world, the UFC doesn't have to poach talent. And when you're in the business of poaching and building something, you're going to have to overpay. And so these guys, the boxers, are going to benefit from it. You know what I mean? They're going to get great deals because the UFC or Zuffa or TKO has to pay them more than market value to take them away from their cozy environments. In the UFC, they don't have to do that. In the MMA world, they don't have to do that. In fact, there are people who are willing to take pay cuts to fight for them or fight for the belt. And that's just the way it is, given the structure. So it's really interesting to see them operate in a certain way here and then in a completely different way there. We were supposed to have King Green on. That's not going to happen. Unfortunately, the streak ends. It was a miscommunication. All good. Hopefully we'll get him on in the future. There's a part of me that's happy because he was supposed to be on at 3:30 and we went way longer with Aljo and allowed for the conversation to really develop and give him more time. So, you know, I hate when that happens. These are the things, but they happen sometimes when you're doing a live show. And what are you going to do? Let me ask Frankie. Let me ask Frankie for some super chats. Frankie, do we have super chats?
Yeah. Super chats. Okay, we got one or two here. Have you ever considered having Russ Anber on the show? A fellow Canadian, it would be a good guest to comment on the state of boxing.
Love Russ Anber. Used to host a show on TSN called In This Corner. Hall of Famer, legend, has been in the corner, you know, trainer, cutman for the likes of Alexander Usyk, for Anthony Joshua, for the Klitschkos. He's a legend. The Grant brothers. And yes, I think that would be a great guest. I would like to have him on. I think we had another idea. Let me write these down. Lou DiBella was a good one from earlier today. Lou, Russ. I have a running document, so I'm going to put these names in there. How about that? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Great one. What else, Frankie? What else?
Thoughts on Canada versus Sweden drama men's curling?
Okay, well, this is kind of old at this point. Look, there's the hog line. You have the stone, and the thing is, you got to push it, and then when you push it, when you release, you can't touch it again. That's the rule, right? And what they were being accused of was that they were like releasing this thing like this, and then they were like pushing it with their finger. What does that do? Them's the rules. You can't touch it twice. What ended up happening? Canadian men won gold. I believe much to GC's chagrin, right? You had the Brits. You had Great Britain, right?
Sure did.
Yeah.
Yep, it was looking great going to that, I think it was like the 8th end. We were up 6-5, and yeah, completely crumbled.
Do you genuinely like curling?
No, I actually don't enjoy it that much. But I bet heavily on the men's.
Women too?
Great Britain. Yep. I had a Canadian women to medal in like a giant.
And we
parlay.
did. Bronze.
By the skin of our ass.
Wait, that was awkward because we beat the U.S.
Yeah.
So you were rooting for the Canadians over the U.S.
In that one, I was just like, man,
Weird.
got to support. It was the last leg of like a 10-leg not Canadian, Olympic parlay.
Love it.
Juta, all them in there.
Oh, you had her as well.
Oh, yeah. A couple of the Nordic skiers.
How did you make out?
I made out pretty good.
Yeah?
I took like a really long shot one, and I needed Great Britain men's curling, and it missed by just that leg. It was a heartbreaker. Glad it's over.
Sorry.
Shout out to men's hockey, though. U.S.
Oh, yeah. No, I feel like we've given them their shot.
No, but I put a bunch of money on them.
Oh, okay. Oh, you did? To win gold?
Right before the Canada match, not
Oh,
pre-Olympics.
God.
Yeah.
What was that?
It was only like plus 110.
No, what was it before the Olympics?
It was only like plus 130.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they knew it was going to be Canada.
Okay. All right. What else, Frankie? What else?
Isn't a mix of U.S./international fighters at the White House better global promotion and more diplomatic politically? Olympic-style MMA event with U.S. hosting gotta be the ultimate win for the UFC and U.S.
Olympic style. I guess meaning like international. Do you really believe? Like, do you think that this regime wants that look? Frankie, you tell me.
I'm so glad you asked.
Yes.
No, I don't. But I would also argue that MMA has more global appeal than it does to America. Is that right? That's what my gut says.
MMA has global appeal to America?
No. Like more globally, all the countries, rather than like this is not. Although the UFC is from America,
yeah,
it seems like there's more interest outside of America for MMA as a sport, not necessarily the UFC.
Oh yeah, I the thing about the UFC that they've always gotten right is that they don't because of the success of the brand and the three letters, they don't have to. Matchroom will sell well when they'll have a local guy from Manchester fighting in Manchester. Now, they'll do pretty well in other places when it's big stars and they supersede the territory, but that's usually how you build a fight promotion. The UFC announces that they're going to Miami, and A, they'll sell a bunch of tickets, and B, it'll end up being a guy from New Zealand going up against a guy from the Czech Republic, and no one cares. And then the co-main will be someone from Myanmar going up against a Japanese fighter, and no one cares. So that's a byproduct of their success. It's a credit to them for this particular event because it is at the White House, a symbol of America and politics and the presidency and freedom, whatever you want to call it. I just don't think that they want it to be that, especially not in this day and age that we're living in. I just don't see that that's the direction that they want to go in. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. We'll find out soon. 3 months away, but that's my feeling. What else, Frankie? What else?
Knicks at Raptors in Toronto with the kids last night, and they had a Buffalo Bills night. Everyone got a Buffalo Bills Raptors shirt and sang shout.
Hey. Yeah, on this night, I was not in favor of anything related to the Buffalo Bills because Knicks, who have now won 12 straight against the Toronto Raptors, I do have to say, there was once a time where Raptors fans were talking a lot of shit to me. A lot. Like, they were one of the more vocal shit talkers to me whenever the Raptors would beat the Knicks. And now we've beaten them 12 straight. In fact, RJ Barrett, since getting traded, and Emmanuel Quickly to the Raptors, has yet to beat the Knicks once. That was a nice win. That was a nice road win. We haven't been good on the road this year. That was a very dominant road win. Pretty much dominant from start to finish. They cut it to 4 at one point, whatever. Cat was great. Jalen was Jalen. Josh was amazing. Jose Alvarado is one of my favorite players in the league now because he's just been unbelievable, relentless, great on D.
Is that Georgia Tech?
Great with assists. Yes. The Pride of Puerto Rico. He's been amazing. GTA. Love that guy. Absolutely love him. And we've got an insane stretch coming up. Thunder tonight, then a West Coast trip, Lakers, Warriors, Nuggets, Clippers. Just an awful trip coming up. So big stretch coming up for the boys. Feeling good, relatively healthy. McBride hopefully comes back for the playoffs. Otherwise, we're good to go. Mohamed Diawara has been phenomenal. just feel good. That was cool. I'd like to see the Raptors and Bills come together. I think that's pretty cool. I did have to check out. Did you guys watch NBC last night? Did anyone watch NBC?
No, sir. I did not.
They did Throwback Night. And so they brought back all the old broadcasters, Bob Costas.
That's pretty sick.
They brought back Doug Collins. They brought back the czar of the telestrator, Mike Fratello, Hannah Storm, Isaiah Thomas, PJ Carlissimo. All the graphics, everything from the starting lineups to the intro was all how it looked in the 90s. And honestly, as I'm watching it, it was like a warm blanket. It was like the greatest thing. But as I was watching it, I was like, they should just keep this. Everyone loves this. Everyone wants this. Give us this. The music they brought back, but even the music, like the da-na-na-na-na-na, it has like a little bit of a new age like twist to it. Give me the old. The intro was the same. I felt like I was a kid. I felt like I was like 13 on my couch in my parents' house watching Knicks Bulls on a Sunday afternoon. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. NBC has nailed it. T-Mac, Vince, Carmelo are a great trio. Such a breath of fresh air compared to the TNT coverage. There's only one issue with the NBC coverage. What's that? I'm going to keep that to myself. We got some breaking news here. What is this? This is from Hype Brazil. Still gives me a bit of a jolt. Might have a heart attack at some point. They have added to the submission only event happening next week, March 11th, John Silva against Bryce Mitchell. Didn't we see this already? I guess we did. And I guess we are. So that's happening. I just saw this online. I love that they're doing this. I don't know where these are airing, but I'm seeing them online, but I don't know where are they airing? Like
they play them in the broadcast, but they don't look as cool as this.
They look way cool. Like
the social cut
like
is
this.
way better.
This is what they look like. I thought this was like a BTS, and then like the production was going to be like maybe like a sweeping camera, like a It's just like sick music, and it's this the flashing lights. It's just this.
Oh well, this is great. I love this. Yeah. No, you don't like it?
It's fine.
We would never see them do this before. I don't know. It's kind of fun.
But to Connor's point,
but
this
like, give me the production.
Yeah.
Give me the payoff. Give me like, oh, this is the BTS. Wait till you see like the final product.
I agree. Is there a Max and I just saw that one. Is there a Max and Charles one? No. Is there a face off yet?
No, not yet.
Everyone's just looking at me like what?
No,
I don't know.
Efforting.
Okay. I mean, did they shoot it yet? All right.
We weren't there. We'll let you know.
I mean, it's a quick look on
Circle back.
Twitter. What else, Frankie? What else?
So glad you asked.
Okay.
Because we have another question for you.
Okay.
This one says, Ariel, explain the Dana marijuana quote, please. LMAO. We were hoping you would know, because I don't know what they're talking about.
Does anyone know?
No, I have no idea what this guy's talking about.
Oh, what else, Frankie? What else?
Next is salutations, crew. Mr. Burks, your refusal to give a signed 324 poster of yours for me to hang on my wall is absolutely unacceptable. I will not relent. Either give it willingly, or I will be forced to hold it from the base.
This is from our boy.
Yeah, that's from Sarp. I don't know about the end though.
Shout out to Sarp. What does the end mean there?
Well, I know what it means, but I don't know if.
What's going on? Is that cue the Francis Ngannou song or a drop?
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Shout out Sarp.
All right.
Yeah, 324 sign poster coming your way. We don't need it. We don't need it from the base.
What else, Frankie? What else?
UFC Winnipeg tickets secured. Shout out Trend Daddy. This is from Super Moderator Alashwa Dream.
That's our boy. Mike Milodigan's Gilbert Burns, baby.
Sick.
Here we go. Proper Mike.
Yep.
Getting the headliner in Canada.
Fireworks.
Yo, what about Tanner Boser getting the call back?
Oh.
You saw that?
The dozer.
I guess this is the quote. Is this the quote from Dana White? I smoke marijuana so I don't beat my wife and children at night. That can't be real.
That cannot be real.
There's
There's no way.
I
did see him on CBS Sunday Morning, and he got asked about it.
About marijuana?
No. About the.
Oh, I saw that. What do you think of it?
I don't know. It was fine.
I actually, to be honest, do you remember the 60 Minutes story?
Sure do.
Yeah.
I actually feel like they touched on a little bit more controversy than the 60 Minutes, which I wouldn't expect from Sunday Morning.
Felt like they put him in less of like a nice light than that one. Like they started off like because they were there for International Fight Week, and it's just like the fans will come in droves no matter what happens.
Yeah.
And it cuts to the guy. He's like, I just love seeing people get knocked out. It's my favorite thing on earth.
But they asked him about the incident.
Yeah.
They
pushed him a little bit too.
Mentioned fighter pay at one point. I don't know.
It felt to me like
I wasn't offended by it.
The first one was a rehearsal, and then this one he knew the answers to the test.
But if anything, the Sunday morning broadcast is more fluff.
Yes, but it came second.
Yeah.
Which means he knows, again, I feel like he got the answers to the test between the two
Hey, listen, Power.
opportunities.
I mean, the answers weren't great. He was just kind of like, yeah, things happen. I'm not. No one forced me to drink the alcohol.
Right.
And I'm not going to blame the alcohol. But it was the alcohol.
this is not my fault.
That's very much what he said. Yeah. Yo, speaking of the Power CBS.
Yeah.
I found out because my dad texted me.
Yes.
He said, "Hey, Dana White's coming up next on CBS Sunday morning."
Oh, that's his show. He likes it. It's a nice little Sunday morning relaxing show.
Yeah. Coffee, paper.
I've heard Portnoy say he loves that show.
Yeah, with the trumpets
like
to
it.
come in.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, that's nice. What else, Frankie? What else?
Is Big Sping's commentary the worst of all of them?
I mean, now you're just setting me up. Peace and love. That's what I say. Peace and love. What else, Frankie? What else?
Why didn't Dana attempt to sign Rico to Zuffa Boxing instead of the UFC? He must have known Turkey was in the mix to make a big fight. Guess he didn't want to cause further divide amongst his fighters?
I don't think it's that deep. I mean, they're taking their cues from Turkey, so you think they're going to negotiate against them? No, they have a fight to make. They're going to make it. Let's see what it means afterwards. Maybe he has a deal on the table to fight for them after that. Very possible. He was already negotiating, seemed to be happy with the deal. But they're not going to negotiate against each other. They're in business with each other, and I don't think that's ending anytime soon. So, also like Rico fighting someone in Zuffa Boxing, like so they don't have heavyweights on his level like that. That make sense. What's the point? You're going to have Rico fight at the Apex in front of 6 people? Well, I guess Jaya Pattaya is doing that this weekend, but you get the point, right? I mean, Apex or the Pyramids of Giza, right? Right.
Apex, baby.
What else, Frankie? What else?
Ariel looks like he's joining a 90s R&B group.
Oh, you're talking about my shirt? Thank you. I don't know. Is that every little step I take, you will be there. Every little step I make. Do you guys know that song?
Is it New Edition?
We'll be together. That's Bobby Brown. I can't sleep at night. I toss and turn, listen for the telephone. And when I get your number, can't believe you come out. You remember that?
You sing it so perfectly. We're gonna get a
prerogative. You're in.
It is. It is. It does feel 90s.
You know what? I'm a 90s guy.
What people can't see is you have the parachute pants on too.
I'm sorry if this doesn't. I feel good in this shirt. I like this shirt. I think we all have to evolve. And you know what? I'm getting a little bit bored of the plaid. All right. So.
Whoa. Breaking news.
I mean, as the great Max Holloway pointed out not that long ago, I am 43. So.
Like a lot of people.
Oh, is that? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You think they pointed out about me?
I feel like a lot of people are always like, this guy's 43.
Yeah. What does that even mean? This guy's 43. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Feels like it's in the sentence. You're 43.
Don't be 43, bro.
42.
What is this? Your Richard Petty year?
Hell yeah.
Your
Brad Doherty.
Your Quinn Hughes year?
Oh, shout out Brad Doherty.
Brad Doherty. Shout out. That's my guy. Cleveland Cavaliers.
Cavs, baby.
Quinn Hughes is 43.
No, I think his number is 43.
No, I know, obviously. He's number 43. That seems like a really... Actually, that does make sense. Jack Hughes is 86.
Ah, yeah.
There's something going on there.
That's good.
There's something going on there. Quinn Hughes, 43. Previously, why is Quinn Hughes 43? Because it was assigned to him during his time with the USA Hockey National Team Development Program. Golly. What else, Frankie? What else?
21-year-old Raul Rosas Jr. fighting veteran Rob Font at UFC 326 is the most sink-or-swim matchmaking the UFC has done in years. Thoughts?
I don't know about sink or swim. I don't think if he loses, they're getting off the Raul Rosas bandwagon. I did see him just say that he can't wait to celebrate in Vegas as a 21-year-old for the first time. So, shout out to him, right? That's going to be a scene. I don't think it's sink or swim. I think it's the perfect kind of matchmaking where they're trying to build the youngster off of a veteran who's respected, who's a little bit older or a lot older and been there, done that. But who's he implying is the sink or swim? To Raul or to...
Yeah.
No, this is not sink or swim. You guys view it as sink or swim?
Nah.
I don't know what I view it as.
It's just your classic young guy versus old guy.
Yeah, but it's just, I don't know why the UFC is like, they're so adamant on it.
On this particular matchup?
Yeah, they tried to do it back in September. It didn't work out. He lost to David Martinez on short notice. They put him in the top 10. Now they're booking it again. It was supposed to happen, I believe, last March as well.
This happens a lot with the UFC. Like they fall in love with the matchup and they do everything in their power, even if it's like a mid-tier, mid-card matchup, and then they just try to rebook it a bunch of times. It's happened a bunch. And what else, Frankie? What else?
This was in reference to Aljo. Man's roasting his job at his job. All love.
I mean, that takes...
I do it all the time.
That takes panache. Do you? Not in front of me, you don't.
Shout out to the PI, man.
Was that the PI? Because he said it was the calf.
It's the cafeteria section of it, yeah.
It felt like an off. I saw Reed Harris walking back. I was trying to see, like, were you guys playing that game too?
That was
the entrance? You know better than me.
Yeah, that's where we got the mystery posters.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So can anyone walk in there off the street?
Nah, there's a front desk.
So why would there be a merch shop if it's not? Is it just
employees, other people who want to support?
Yes.
All right. Actually, right down the hallway that they were showing to the left is the posters department.
Sick.
Yeah.
Oh, the actual posters.
Yeah. They had like
they cook.
The Apex. Yeah, that's where they cook.
That's where they cook.
It was just
people
a
are
monkey
loving
with
the
Photoshop.
People are loving the artist one. Have you guys seen the artist one for 326?
It's sick.
Is it? I actually haven't seen it.
Why is it not just the official?
100%. It's
fucking
infinitely
amazing.
better. Although I feel like when the BMF one came out, people liked it.
This one is decent. This one is decent.
Oh, what else, Frankie? What else?
Sugar Sean, since you're watching, Umar is your boogeyman, except going head-to-head, split screen on Ariel's show with Umar.
Oh, is this the same dude as before?
Yes.
Why is he so into this? I don't think it's going to be that good. I don't know. Maybe. Did he reply?
We'll wait his rebuttal.
Okay, let's wait. What else, Frankie? What else?
Currently at the airport, and the lady on the PA system announcing flights has more enthusiasm than Dana announcing flights.
Wow.
Go Suns.
I believe you, my friend. I don't think it takes much. What else, Frankie? What else?
Ariel and crew, hope all is well. Connor, where can I find your Fight Feast recipes as I want to make them? Also, Ariel, nice shirt, unlike Rick, with the same smelly black shirt.
Oh, thank you, Jason. See? Different strokes, different folks.
Smelly black shirt. Yeah, I just got to start posting them when I post the recipe, you know?
You're going to start posting what?
I just got to do that.
Oh.
I've been, cooking at home.
You've been cooking at home, yeah, but he wants to know, are you gonna like start posting them in the comments?
I need to start posting the recipe.
Okay. All right. And are you doing these for every event now?
Hell no.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Yeah, sometimes yes, sometimes no. Just when it feels like there's a fitting spot.
Are we getting one this weekend?
Sure are.
All right.
Hawaiian.
Ooh, spam?
Maybe.
Hell yeah. Is there a fight feast?
No.
Come on, man.
The production.
All right. All right.
The crew. We're at an odds right now. We're figuring it out.
It's tough.
What else, Frankie? What else?
And lastly, Frank, have you played any drops today? Can barely hear them. Maybe make them louder? Shout out to Frederick Jakeman. Definitely not Eric Jackman.
Wow.
Miss you all. This is from the real On Air Jordan.
Who? So is that actually...
It's On Air. Yeah, Jordan. Come on, guys.
Wait, that was On Air Jordan?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to admit,
You
I
weren't
tuned
looking
out
at
for
the
a second.
screen.
Yeah.
Me too.
All right. Well,
The real Frank.
No, it's
have you
okay.
played
This is
any
why
drops
he's
today?
not here.
Can barely hear them. Maybe make them louder. Shout out to Frank. Wow. Okay. Well, we do miss you as well.
Oh wow! Congrats.
I do appreciate the fact that On Air actually.
Yes. Oh, congrats.
What is that from again?
Oh my God.
I know it's Armin.
When you told them you were a U.S. citizen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You had passed your citizenship test.
3 years ago, I became a U.S. citizen.
Oh, wow, congrats.
I just could not stop laughing.
So good.
You should ask him about that at some point.
What about what?
Like why he just no sold that? Like I don't
I
know.
don't
That's just
know.
Armin.
I think
That's
that's
just
Armin, bro. You think
Armin.
he remembers? You think he remembers this? We miss you, On Air. We miss you. But I like that he listens
Who
and
the fuck is
watches. Yeah. All right. Do we still have that, by the way?
Yes.
We better, because it's one of the best ones.
Where is it? I
I'm
haven't
just
heard.
afraid that it might be too loud, you know?
Go ahead.
Who the
go ahead.
fuck is we?
Okay, fuck, yes. What else, Frankie? What else?
That was literally.
Oh, okay.
You just tune out every. I was like,
Sucker
here's the
Free.
last
Let me get a couple more in here. Sucker Free. What it do, Ariel? Welcome back. It's clear the crew is ready and equipped to take over the ship one day. It's the year 2055 and you're wanting to retire. You get hit with someone's finisher as you're staring at the ceiling lights, listening to the ref count 1, 2, 3. Which of the crew are you putting over to take over the bat mantle, and why is it King Jackman? You know, when I read this quickly, I thought he was setting up a scene where Rick turns on me and hits me with the finisher.
I think he is saying that, but you're going out on your back. You're letting me go over here.
Oh, okay.
That's what he's suggesting.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do the job. TJ is saying, where's Jordan? I hear the shade from the BITB. Wow. Timely.
It's not shade. I'm taking direct shots.
I've actually said I've missed him several times.
Oh, not me.
He also says, Connor, what will be your peak cooking accomplishment since you are wanting to cook more, i.e. specific dish, making a beef Wellington, cooking with Volk or Bronson?
Hey, yeah, I mean, cooking with Volk would be incredible. Beef Wellington would be incredible too. Any of these. Yeah, any of these. I mean, these are
all of the above.
A souffle that doesn't explode. I mean, I'm very new to the game, so anything that I make that doesn't taste terrible is a win right now.
Craters, how is it that we don't have more pizza drops? A bit of the blue drop would go super hard and can be interchangeably used with Bilal's world famous without the sex. I reckon a who from literally any Dana presser would be money too. Cheers, lads. Appreciate the funnies. Here's Ethan, who says, before the non-Knicks fans have to skip ahead, let me be a D1 Glazer for a second. All-time show on Monday, the return of the king for real. But now we got to talk about GTA 5. How are we feeling about his performances and how he fits into the team so far? Love him. That's Alvarado, the vibe, the way he pumps everyone up, the way he plays with Cat, the plus minus, the freaking steals. He does that thing where he fakes running back and then he steals. The tips, everything. Shout out to the WFB. Shout out to the BITB for holding down the fort. I'll talk to you boys on Thursday. How about that?
Shout out.
Jake Garcia. Hey, Ariel, welcome back. I would say we missed you, but the boys and girls in the back held down the ship phenomenally. Just wanted your thoughts on how NBC's coverage of the NBA has been. I thought the broadcast last night for Spurs Sixers was phenomenal. One other note about that, it was a blowout. They were winning by 40 the whole game, and I was still loving it because of how fun it was and nostalgic. I think NBC has been killing it. Breath of fresh air. Very, very, very exciting. Very exciting to see them back. And I'm teaching my kids, and I hear my kids sometimes tell me like, na-na-na-na, and it's like, wow, this is full circle. By the way, this is Ismail Sandoval who says, since you just got back from the Olympics, what are your thoughts on Ryan Wedding? Who's that?
Ryan Wedding?
Yeah.
Did somebody named Ryan get married?
I don't know. James is asking, another person is asking why I have a compass on my home screen. Do you guys not have the compass? By the way, I think compass...
It's like a stock app too, right? Like
yeah.
you didn't buy it or
I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't have it on my home screen because home screen is reserved for like shit I actually need, readily.
I respect the compass.
I don't think I've ever used the compass app before.
Yeah, same.
Let me take a peek.
Ryan Wedding is a Canadian snowboarder. Not familiar with his game.
Shout out.
Hi, Ariel, from Chris. We usually don't see eye to eye on sports, especially NY versus Boston. That being said, I want to give a shout out to the CBC and your work at the Olympics. Italy tonight was fantastic, and you guys did so much better than NBC. Hope you do LA 28. I want to go to the Olympics there. Go Celtics. Still banner 19 loading. Chris and Bone. Thank you, my friend. Jay Billings says, hey, Ariel, I've got an interview with Sky Sports here in the UK for an assistant producer role. Have you or the team have any advice? Yeah, man. Go out there. Be confident. Be professional. Be courteous. Be respectful. Be prepared. Firm handshake. Look them in the eye. Tell them how much this means to you, how hard you're going to work, how much this is a dream of yours to work at Sky Sports, to be there, to be a part of a team, to work for an entity like that, a legacy brand like that. You're going to do everything it takes. You'll be the most reliable one. You'll be the first to show up, the last to leave. You want to be here, and you want to do whatever it takes to be here. And you will make them proud, and you will prove them right if they bring you on board. You're going to work your ass off. You're going to be reliable. You're going to be professional. You're going to be courteous. You're going to be working well with others, a team player. You're going to do everything that they need and then some. Do that. Report back. You got it. Good luck to you, man. Oil beef hooked. Hey, Koba, great to have you back. Can you compare the level of preparation you had to conduct for the Winter Olympics to your prep that you have to do for the show? Do you find yourself doing a crash course in the sport, or were you handed bullet notes? No, definitely. I mean, there was a lot of prep. Read this, watch this, do that. I mean, a lot. But I loved it. It's fun. Fun to challenge myself. Fun to do it all in front of a camera, outdoors, freezing, without a prompter. Loved it. I felt alive. I really did. Couple more here. Adrian Haggerty, the man is back. Life is back to normal. Thank gosh. Ariel, in your opinion, can we stop the Gable glazing now due to his recent performance? Maybe heavyweight is boring because we get one heavyweight fight a month. Well, I don't think so. But I will also say we've got a great Gable thing coming out next week on Crown Films. Maybe the best one. Maybe. I'll let you be the judge. Maybe the best one, so stay tuned for that. I can't wait to share that with you.
Blaze will never stop. Never.
Jameek Vassell. What's up, Ariel? I wanted to say that I completely disagree with your take on the women's and men's hockey team debacle. No, the men's team shouldn't be berated, but if any of them had a backbone, they'd stand up for all their counterparts. If you were in a meeting with uncrowned officials and one of them made an inappropriate joke about Andy and the other women in the building, would you just awkwardly laugh it off and not say anything? It's not a meeting. This is a guy who's the president of the United States on a speaker. You're half drunk. Everyone's yelling. Who knows what they're hearing, what they're not hearing. This is not like a meeting of the minds. Yeah, if I was in a meeting and someone said something, I would say something. But this is the president calling in, cutting the music in the middle of their party. You're going to sit there and be like, yeah, sure. It didn't even make sense what he said. I'm going to be impeached if I don't invite them. Yeah, sure. What? It was so dumb. It was an older guy trying to make a funny in front of cool kids who were having a moment, and they probably were just on cloud nine. What do you think these guys were thinking in that moment? This is like a meeting. They just won the gold medal, and in the most dramatic way possible. Come on, stop it. Don't even dare try to put yourself in their shoes. They were fine. And their behavior isn't consistent with that type of demeanor. They were very supportive. If they weren't and they did that, you'd be like, these guys are a-holes. But I don't think they were. And I don't think they feel that way. And just look at how they've acted in the, in the aftermath. All right. Do you think the Olympics would ever add MMA? Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. And then one last one. Here it is. Muscle Shark. GC, blind rank these 5 potential moments with fighters. Eating caviar on a mountain with Arman Sarukian.
Fuck. 2.
Doing a shoey with Tai Tuivasa after he snaps his losing streak.
Oh my God. 1. I'm going 1.
Ripping a heater with Carlos Praches. That's a good
That's 1. That's 1.
No way.
3 though. 3.
Okay.
3, I know.
Chugging a forged Irish stout with Conor McGregor at the Black Forge Inn.
Well, I'm going to do that when I go to Ireland, so 4.
Cooking burgers and crushing beers with Bulk on the farm.
This is an elite list. All of the above. 5.
That's a great
list. God, going out to the farm, Jurassic Park out in Australia, that'd be a dream.
Very quickly before we go, we know that there's a lot of jockeying for position at welterweight. Michael Morales going on social media and posting this. I wonder if someone can explain it to me. Toji Fushiguro. And he's saying, shh, sign fire. It's from the hit anime series Jujutsu Kaisen. Anyone know what this is?
I think it's Jujutsu Kaisen.
I don't know. What are we? Oh, that actually.
I don't know. I'm not a consumer of this, but I don't know. It looks pretty badass.
I still think it's Ian Gary. And all of this is just a bunch of noise. Speaking of Ian Gary, he posted this video in response to said noise.
What's going on with the Islam fight?
He needs more time. And his agent's talking out his arse.
Why is that?
Because Ali's full of shit. Little rat.
Why does Islam need more time?
I don't know. No, I believe Islam's ready to fight. I believe Islam's the very best this world has to offer as a fighter. But don't call yourself the pound for pound greatest on the planet and try to push for more time. That's all. Anyone, anywhere, anytime. That's the baddest man on the planet. And the guy who lives by that mantra is me.
Ian Gary cutting promos. Still think it'll end up being him. And hopefully it happens, I don't know, May. Won't happen in June. Could happen in July. But if Connor's fighting on the July card, it ain't going to happen then because they're not going to have Islam in the co-main or Connor in the co-main. So then we're looking at August. And golly, now we're really pushing things. But let's see. But I do think it's going to be him. BITB tomorrow. 415 SUP BITB. Number to call is 415 SUP BITB. You can send them voicemail. They do their thing. It's a great time. There it is. 415-787-2482. What's on the docket tomorrow?
We're breaking down all things UFC 326, you know?
Good pound for pound.
What is it?
In honor of Max Holloway, he says, daddest man on the planet.
Oh, yeah.
Pound for pound daddest things.
Ooh. Love that.
Oh yeah.
Bods?
Could be.
Don't give away our stuff.
All right.
It's going to be good banter. It's going to be good banter.
All right. And then crack on Friday.
Always.
Watch party on Saturday. Arena Club. Combat packs open plus giveaways Saturday during the watch party. Stay tuned for that. Post show after the event. Myself, Chuck Pizzi, Monday back at it. Monday's going to be... What? Were you talking to me? Oh, jeez, Frank. Are you on air right now?
Nah, I am.
We're having a conversation. You said...
I'm sorry. There's something going wrong on my mic.
He's got a mouthful of marbles.
Exactly.
Monday, I'm back in studio. Tuesday is going to be BITB next week because I'm hosting that press conference. Wednesday, you'll get me. Thursday, you'll get me. It's just we're swapping essentially Tuesday and Thursday, but I won't be in studio, but it'll be different, but don't worry. And I know it's not ideal. I was just away. I get it. But these are pretty big deals and a pretty big time and a very exciting thing to be a part of. So I hope you understand. But we never miss a day and we'll be great and it'll be very, very good and you'll understand. And I can't wait for that presser. I can't wait to watch that presser, and I'm going to be a part of it. I just can't wait to see how it plays out. And so we'll talk about it on Wednesday. We're going to do some other stuff there. We're going to have an Uncrowned film for you next week. And also, as I said yesterday, Uncrowned Wrestling. Check it out on the feed. Tomorrow, new episode of Inside Boxing. Check it out on the feed or on their YouTube channel. And Friday, by the way, I'm hosting a press conference at Madison Square Garden, which I think we'll talk about next week, which will be pretty important as well. So a busy time for your boys here. New shirts and all. But it's time to go. Yes. Woo.
Oh, man. I was crossing my fingers on that one.
Now, for some reason, it got louder now.
Do you think you might have just noticed it at a certain part?
I don't know what happened. How was your Purim, Frank? Did you have a Hamantaschen?
Did. Thank you for asking.
I brought a Hamantaschen, but I didn't offer it to you.
I noticed that.
Yeah. It was gluten-free. It wasn't great. You know.
That's rude.
Don't tell my wife and daughter. I enjoyed it because it was sealed with a kiss. Wait a second. Wow. No, you can't. Forrest 2-2 against Man City. Someone just sent me a Forrest emoji. GC, I'll take that. Against Man City?
That's final?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take a 2-2 on the road at Etihad.
Fire.
Forrest, our magic on and off the pitch. Oh, wow.
Matters, baby.
Oh, wait a second.
We're going.
Wow, West Ham won.
Ay, fuck.
So that
I think
point
ties them up.
That ties them up. We have the tiebreaker. If they didn't get that point, we'd be in the relegation zone.
Ay.
Golly, West Ham won on the road, away, as they say. Wow, it's getting to be squeaky bump. I tell you what. What is it? Forrest is at 28. Tottenham's at 29.
West Ham at 28 as well.
Yeah, Leeds at 31. We're right in there. That's a big dub. Well, it's not a dub, but it feels like a dub. It's a big point. It's a big away point. That's what it is, all right? Till the death. Thank you very much, Aljamain Sterling, Lonnie Kavanagh. Thanks to you. Thanks to them. Back to Ross.